Restart that. Okay.
Are we gonna address anything that happened in Florida or anything? Say something about that?
I think we should just
Or
because that was brought up.
yeah, such a big deal today.
It is. I can't believe someone. I mean, I didn't really watch the or listen to the video because I was too busy trying to figure all this stuff out. But what? So what was like the whole deal? Anything?
So the breakdown so far as I know, at least as of an hour ago, 11 wounded, 4 dead. The guy that committed the shooting was a competitor who had been eliminated earlier. Um, and yeah, that's basically the only information that's come out. Obviously with the stream video that we saw or heard,
Yeah, that's.
and then
Mm-hmm.
SWAT's going around. Apparently, he shot a bunch of people and then he shot himself. Is the last thing I heard. That's not confirmed yet. So you know, is what it is. I'm hoping like when that guy's like, "What did he shoot me with?" He wasn't like blasted. He wasn't among guys that died because, god damn, it was a little disturbing.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you saw that video, right?
Yeah. He was like, "Oh my god, what did he shoot me with?" And there was like 4 more
Yeah.
gunshots after that. Um, I was hoping he's not like, "Oh god, what did he shoot me with?" and then just like executed him. But
I didn't see the video,
And they
so
had they had like that laser on his shoulder right before the
yeah,
video cut.
yeah, you basically they're just playing, and then there's like I don't know if there's even really a commotion. You just kind of see a laser, like you said. If someone would have even pointed out to me, I wouldn't have noticed it. But
Mm-hmm.
when they did point it out, it's clear as day. It's like a laser pointer right in the dude's chest, and then um, you know the camera gets all like fuddled or whatnot, goes away, and then you just hear the gunshots and everything going down.
Yep. The
that's
screams.
it's sad.
Yeah,
I mean, who just thinks, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go off and hate the
yeah.
world
I'm
for
not just
Madden.
in no way am I justifying it. So especially if this is gonna be live, where other people can hear us. But with Madden, I feel like more than other games. I was talking actually to my family about this, but people get mad and there's more shit talking. I feel like in Madden, and there's a more diverse gamer populace. Like if you think about it, it was before gaming got a little more mainstream, where you're not necessarily get made fun of if they find out you're playing like World of Warcraft or something.
Yeah,
Like Madden and FIFA were always kind of the socially acceptable, put that in air quotes, video game. Like I mean, I played on in sports in high school and in college. Like no one would ever give you crap for playing Madden. So
Mm-hmm.
with that comes less of those quote unquote nerdy types. So I think egos and there's just more chance, rather, is what I'm trying to say, of like those egos and that just like the different backgrounds of people that'll actually like pull a gun at a tournament. Now that being said, I don't
Yeah.
know anything about who the shooter was. I don't know his background. I don't know if he was a nerd guy, if he was an ex, whatever. If he's want to be a gangster, who friggin' knows? But I don't even know, who he is. I don't know anything about him. So
Oh, you
just
didn't
think,
see the picture of him?
no, I didn't. Has that come out yet?
Yeah.
Or no?
I should probably
Who
post it.
who is it, or what does he look like? Did he say anything about him?
It's like, uh, I could just post it.
post the
Yeah,
article.
let
Yeah,
us do our our own thoughts and whatever. Put that on it. But wow, yeah,
it's
no, it's
stupid.
the last thing you'd imagine going to a video game convention or competition.
It's
It's uploading.
it's crazy.
Cool.
I just don't understand why someone would do that. I mean, life is
Yeah.
precious on its own, and
Oh
you know what?
God,
Let's just go.
what a picture too.
I mean, especially because I mean, all of us are in a Madden league. I mean, I like this league because all the leagues, especially like your guys' league last year, it brings everyone together. I mean, yeah, we're all competitive, but there's fun, fun. It's a game.
Yeah. No, I mean, no doubt. I mean, there's times. I mean, obviously, Loco and I had our spat, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you can get under people's nerves, like and maybe I took that out of blew it out of proportion or whatever, being annoyed by the guy. But like, that's as far as it should ever go, though, is something like that. Like,
Yeah,
someone talking shit, saying, "Okay, I don't like you as a person," whatever. But like, to go and kill somebody, dude. I would,
It's
I would,
rough.
I'd buy Loco a drink far before anything
Fucking
else. You know what I
shot
mean? I wouldn't.
11
You know,
people, man.
yeah,
No love lost. Well,
it's crazy.
I'm so no. Anyway, let's move on from a sad, depressing
Yeah,
subject.
back to this new league, which has started out pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's just. I mean, we got a couple people in here, so let's go around and just introduce ourselves. I'm CT. I'm the Eagles, one of the commissioners.
Tommy, I'm the Saints.
And Derek, I'm the Cardinals, aka fuck Derek.
That is like the best thing.
I know, man. And then Zach left the league, dude. The worst. Just drops that little freaking nugget in there and then bounces on us.
Oh, I bet he'll be
It's
back
parting
though.
gift. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he'll come. I know. I'm
Bread.
pretty sure he said like once he gets the game, if someone drops, he's gonna take over that team.
So, anyway, I was gonna do with a like a talk about our teams first off, and I did a little research. And let's move on to let's do Saints first. So let's just do the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So
Our big boy Apke.
what's the deal with Apke? I mean, come on. Oh, like third round pick.
Was it third?
Yeah,
Might
too
have been
damn
fourth.
early.
I
Yeah.
think it was fourth. To be fair to you.
I was just worried somebody was looking at him, and I really wanted him, so I had to pull the trigger. I mean,
I mean, those
My
guys.
To a certain
user
degree, I
guys,
can't
so-
blame you.
yeah. I mean,
People
I
were
think the
dropping
proof
like
is in the stats that he's put up so far.
Week one, what is it? Week one, he had 4 tackles, 2 picks, 1 fumble, or 1 forced fumble, and then one
Ooh,
1 touchdown.
Yeah.
damn.
It's crazy.
Mhm. And TJ Green went a round after Apke, so that could have been Apke if I didn't pick him.
It could have, or you could have started the roll with everyone picking their gems early. So you
Yeah,
may be the
that's-
reason
that
I
was
don't
it.
have any freaking corners.
I mean, let's not get into the offensive
Probably what
line.
it was.
Yeah, no. Let's
My
let
O
Zach go
line's
smoke.
actually good.
Yeah, I was looking at your team. Your O line
compared to
is
everybody
young.
else.
I think. Well, see, that's why I like having you guys
Yeah.
because you have really young teams. I was hoping Ravens would get on here too because you guys all have 3 really good young teams. I mean, he's got Lamar, you got Baker, and then Derek's got eat them W's, Jameis Winston. By the way, he was throwing dots last night on the run. I was impressed.
Bro,
I was
those
impressed.
drops, those missed. I was like, I can't believe my controller's still intact. I was dying, dude. I was dying. I'm like, dude, I'm here. I'm competitive in this game. I wouldn't screw up on user defense, but
Dude, he was
Ah,
throwing
what can you do?
dots.
dude, I was between him and Rosen, and I'm still jury's out whether I like my choice because of just how the new upgrades work. But I mean, I have nothing negative to say about Winston. It's been purely user error, any of the picks or whatnot. I mean, it hasn't been him.
I played Jets in preseason 4, and Rosen looked nice. I won't argue with that. He did look good.
Yeah, it's the solid stats. I mean, I think it was 89 short to begin with. I mean, that's just right away. You're not going to be missing easy passes. You're going to hit all those, medium routes or like the medium short routes. Even his medium and deep were solid. What kind of put me over was the star compared to quick, and Winston has the 90 break sack, which in my playing, against computers and whatnot, I've seen that and that, but I haven't as much noticed it against players. That's something I was going to ask you guys about today. Like, have you noticed that break sack stat coming into play with you guys?
Not at all, honestly.
I seen it once in MUT and then, I mean, that's why I kind of went for Matthew Stafford. He had a decent break sack rating, but it hasn't really done to. Who is like the best? I think like Cam or Carson probably with like the best break sack.
It's got to be up there. I mean, even Jameis must be up there. He's got 90. I was like, damn.
90?
Yeah, he's got
Damn.
90.
Yeah.
How?
So I mean, I haven't seen him shock. Now again, in my all Madden against computers, I have noticed it to a certain degree. Though generally, like they shuck the tackle and they don't have time to get the ball up anyways. Though, so it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't even really help. It's like it might as well just gone down. Like one of them, I think I fumbled the ball. Like he shucked a guy off and then got hit sticks. So I was like, oh great. But yeah, it was interesting because that's one of these new attributes that they put in.
What's
That
the other
was
one?
completely.
It's like throw under pressure.
I believe that is the one. Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that a little bit.
Yeah.
throw under pressure. You're correct.
Yeah.
Oh, and I lied about his.
Oh,
break
they got a
sack being
break
90.
tackle too.
It's 92.
92. Well, look, you just watch Matthew Stafford just got clobbered. When everyone's watching this, this is the week 1 game with me against the Falcons, and quality isn't the greatest, but for future weeks to come, it shall be better. Hopefully, let's say that. So, let's just talk about you guys' young talent. So we'll start with Saints. Other than Baker, who else you thinking you can make a good development, be a superstar in this league? Besides Apke,
Well,
because we already
he's the only
know.
one that matters. But yeah, I still have Bradley Chubb. That was my first round pick.
Oh yeah, Chubb.
And
I was so sad when he went.
Oh come on, you got
Kenny
Miles
Clark.
Garrett.
22 years old, 89 overall so far. And I mean, I got some young corners and stuff, but I'm most likely going to replace those guys in the draft. Same with my wide receivers. I was really focusing on building my lines up and then drafting like skill positions later.
Yeah, I found that's actually not a bad way to go though. It's much easier to get the skilled position in draft or like have a higher success of hit rate rather than like D line. I mean that's kind of goes into why I went so heavy D line, but
Both.
I find I can find these stuff so easy, but then other ones like the skill positions are probably easy to find, but then linebackers and a little less so. You can hit on linebackers, but you gotta have a high draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both you
my
guys.
outside backers are very bad, but I don't actually use them. So
Yeah, look at his-
You're like the king of the nickel,
that's
right?
that's the reasoning behind. Yeah, the nickel with the safety.
The new
stuff for
nickel.
a linebacker.
That new
Like,
nickel.
yeah,
and then,
Big
um,
nickel.
I like that.
Yeah, that's where Apke goes, and then the 4-6 speed package. So both those only have one linebacker on the field. So
Oh,
only
wow.
guy is Michael Kendricks.
So you're pretty big on putting speed out in the field, then I would imagine.
Oh yeah,
That sounds like.
a lot of speed and
Speed kills.
usually have a DB blitzing.
Well, you both
Yeah,
have great D lines. I saw that, like young D lines. We can go through them, but I think you have Garrett, you Tomlinson, Buckner,
Tomlinson, and Vita
and
Vea.
Villa. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, it's
That's-
nasty.
that's pretty solid.
Nasty. Yeah, the Tomlinson was one. He's my little gem. So if I guess people are going to be doing other picks or whatever, he's one of these guys. He starts at right end, I believe, is where you find him, and he's an 82. If you shift him to D tackle, he goes straight up to an 85. Every sim league of test league I've done, he gets up to about like an 88 to 91 on first season.
It's crazy.
At D tackle, he starts with like 88 block shed. I want to say maybe I might be over emphasizing that. Let me see. I don't want to lie. Yeah, he's at 88 block shed. Now that might have went up by 1 with the upgrade I put in. but solid, super solid. 6'3", 317. So I mean, again, he's one of those guys I feel like gets overlooked, and especially against with a computer, he falls really far.
Mm.
Just so young. And then Saints, you have Brandon Williams. I mean, he's not the youngest, but he's like your veteran experience.
Yeah,
Jabal Sheared.
Sheard and Williams, they'll probably last the duration of the league. They might go down a little bit, but I got them for their prime years pretty much.
Veteran experience. And then Chubb, he's just gonna take over.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be nasty.
God, Chubb is so legit, so legit. And Kenny Clark. So I know you mentioned him earlier. How has he played? He was one of these guys that I always see, and I'm like, oh, should I take him? Should I wait?
Mhm.
You know, have you been happy with him?
I've been very happy with my defensive tackles. I played the Browns last week, so we know about his O-line, and they were holding their own. So if they could play against the Browns like that, then everybody should look out, especially with the way these O-lines are looking. Got some 60 overall starting.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
Pretty
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that's something to talk about too. Is that just wave of offensive line, just being taken? And you're like, yeah,
They just trickled off the board. And then, like, my mentality was, I was going to go in and get a couple old guys, not going to retire for a couple years, have them, and then draft their line. And then, I guess, the Browns, everyone saw them taking all the O-line, so they just all went. But I did notice, instead of the old guys, they went younger, so everyone kept undercutting the old guys. The old guys, they stay in the league, and they're not really going to go down in too much in, like, their blocking stats. All their, like, speed might go down a little bit. Awareness is really important on offensive line, but, I mean, other than that, I feel like the old guys could run with the young bucks a little bit until you get some drafted in there.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see
definitely.
the appeal, and it's interesting how it's all kind of changed too. That was something I'd be curious to ask you guys. How has the age progressed? Because you know how, at least I should talk for myself. I won't talk for anyone else, but I would always do that. I'm one to go like way young, especially at the beginning of a league like this, because I like to have them on my team. It just gives me a chance if I miss for whatever reason on the draft. I think the guy's gonna be better than he is. He had all that time to progress, and it costs less to go up. Now, does that work the same in this Madden? Like, if you're 21, 22, like 22, are those, XP points you're accumulating? Like, is there less of it to get a point upgrade, or is it now just where age essentially until they start like going down is irrelevant now?
I noticed, like, Matthew Stafford, it takes him like 18,000 XP just to get one level up. So, and he's still star. And I know, like, Derrick Henry, he started the league at 84 overall, and I already got him up to a 90. So
Oh wow.
if you just like mad focus them, they can go up pretty quick when they're young. So I think back to drafting young is like probably, as like hindsight 2020, rather draft young, but you gotta rinse in some old guys in there because
Yeah.
what's available.
I know Ravens. It's a shame he's not in here right now, but I know he'll come later, or possibly. But he was the one that actually during the draft was messaging me back and forth, like, "Dude, you really got to consider this older guy," because I'm a huge like young. I mean, I know Saints. You were or Tony. What do you want us to call you? I forgot. My bad.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. My bad. Tommy. It's all the same shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an OG of Somp, right? Or at least you came in pretty early.
Yeah, I drafted.
Yeah, that's right. But his age just seemed like he was such a big. And I know your team was one of them. I think it was yours, Zach's, and mine were the lowest rated teams. The first at the very beginning of Somp, and then they ended up being the three highest rated teams at the end of the our league. So
Yeah.
it seems like you're kind of on the same.
that team was too ridiculous. Come on, man. It was not fair.
Oh,
Yeah, that. I
You
mean,
had like
there wasn't really any competition in the AFC. No offense to anybody that was in that conference, but all those awards they were pretty much going to Ravens players, so it was pretty easy to build those guys up. I mean, some of the stuff was kind of ridiculous. Like my middle linebacker had 95 speed or something like that.
so ridiculous.
Like they obviously fixed that for this Madden, but I was a little tentative on going young because I didn't know how the XP system like changed and whatnot. But honestly, I think I should have went younger after seeing how some of these guys are developing.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. The quarterback train went early. I mean, that was like the first 2 rounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went quarterback when I did just because I was looking, and it was just what kept happening with all the different positions. I'd look and be like, okay, I've got 5 guys. If I don't get the first 4, I'd be so stoked with this 5th. But then a round would go down, and every single one of those guys would have taken, and I'm sitting here like, oh shit. Well, now I got to go to a different position. And the same thing happened. It was like Winston, Rosen, Allen, a couple of these guys that were like young guys that I was like, oh, what's the dude from the Mahomes from the Chiefs? And I was just like, oh, if I don't make a choice here, I might not get any of these guys. And I picked quarterback, and I think it was like 6 rattled off almost like right after that. Oh god.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's why I picked Matthew Stafford because I think I picked him on the second go round because Saints and I had a pretty late pick. I was 26 and he was like, what are you, 28, 30?
Yeah, I was 30, no 31.
Ooh,
31.
I'm envious of you guys.
Envious. You had a top.
Yeah, I
you
don't
had a
like
top
being
pick.
super top heavy, man. I'd rather get to like because your guys' first and second are a lot closer in
Yeah.
ability. Like I felt like once it got down to like he was able to get Chubb, you could have got Chubb and someone else like super super legit like right there. Like
It was so hard not pulling the
Exactly.
trigger on Roquan. It was so hard. I
I
wanted
almost
him.
picked him at 7.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be a beast.
Like I kept telling everyone, I'm like mad at myself still. I think just because I've got those other D linemen that are able to get later. Even though I love Myles Garrett, I had him last year. Traded like an arm and a leg to get him last year. I don't know. Roquan Smith, every single league I've done, he becomes like a 93 or 4 at the first season. He's like a 99 by the second season.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's
Have you
just
guys
not
looked at him
fair.
in this league?
I don't.
I
How's
have
Titans?
not. How's he developed yet?
Yeah.
He's already at 85 overall.
Jesus.
I don't know what he started at, but
81.
81.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
21 years old, superstar. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he's fast. The acceleration is just lightning. And then with the ability of being able to get more speed, which like actually happens fairly regularly. I mean, at least in my experience. I don't know about you guys with the new XP system, but I mean,
Hmm.
he's up there to being as fast as anyone else.
He's
It's insane.
really is. I mean, who do you guys use other than? I mean, I'm assuming you use your app key because why would you draft him?
Yeah, fun fact, his pick 6, I wasn't using him on that play. So
Nice.
I was pretty lucky. But yeah, I usually use him.
I'm between him. Or sorry, I should say him because it's not on my team.
Reddick?
I'm between Reddick. Yeah, I'm looking at Reddick. That's why I'm saying him. I'm between Reddick and Smith. I like them a lot. Occasionally, I know like people are gonna probably like be like, no, that's why you're 0-3 right now. But I'll go down to the D lineman if I'm like
Damn.
nearly convinced that they're gonna run, because just them being so crazy good. Like I'll go on to Myles Garrett or Buckner and just block shed the shit out of somebody.
I saw that.
Try to get a tackle for loss. Yeah, it's happened a couple of times. And you guys have played enough where you know when someone's gonna run the ball.
Mhm.
So I mean, I won't deny that I do that occasion.
I thought you had a chance last night against Super Bowl champion winning Super Big Trey.
Big Trey, man. I thought I was
Oh,
gonna take
yeah.
down the Titan. I did. I respect to him. He's a great player. or a good player at least. I wouldn't say necessarily great if I'm staying there with you because I think the great players blow me out. But at least in this new Madden. Um, but yeah, just a lot of user error. I don't know if you guys saw that big touchdown by Le'Veon. It was just a missed.
Oh,
I don't even know what I did.
I could tell
There
you.
was like a missed pick. Oh yeah, tell me.
So, it was to the left, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
And he was a one-on-one with your safety, and I think I would have done the same thing as what you're predicting, but you're predicting him to spin or do some kind of cut, and for some reason he didn't do any spin, cut, or anything. He just stayed walking straight, which is
Yeah, and then, oh, that's right. My guy just stopped.
it's
He
like
just, gave him the end zone. I was like, oh.
it's like what the heck.
Yeah, no, that was a shame. And then there was a really wide open pick that it missed. I just was like, oh my god. But I mean, that being said, I guess my touchdown to my tight end, I think was probably pretty close. So I think it was to a tight end. That one, I think he thought he was using, and I saw him, and I was like, oh, there's no way he can get there. So I threw the ball.
I don't know if I remember that.
But it was, it was like a five. It was, I think it was the only actually offensive touchdown he scored. It was like a 5-yard little like, levels flat or something.
It's like the first time
anyways,
I saw
I think it's too
someone.
bad.
At first time I saw someone just. He didn't have like any gameplay, maybe a little bit in the first half, but at the second half he just went to ask Madden or coach suggestion, and that's what he did.
Did he? I didn't get to see.
Like-
That's hilarious.
Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Hey, it worked. Oh,
It
and
did?
then
It
Drew
did.
Brees, just scrambling everywhere.
Bro. That pocket was just like getting destroyed. Little Drew Brees is just like, his little legs puttering out. I was like, oh my god.
I'm gonna get TJ in here, the Steelers,
sweet.
because I know he had a little time restraint, so hopefully he can come in here and talk a little bit. We'll talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, let's talk about something else other than depressing me at 0-3.
Well, I looked. I
really
think
gotta
we
get on
got
my
like
frickin' grind.
6 teams that 6 teams that are 3-0. I don't. There you go, TJ.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Hey,
What's up, TJ?
So how you liking
How's it going?
Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'm going to
City.
be honest. So, I buy Madden every year, but I haven't played online in like 5 years.
Uh-oh.
I just buy it and do my own little offline franchise by myself. And I'm liking it a lot so far. I'm not nearly as bad as I thought I was going to be.
Hell yeah, there we go.
2-1.
Well, I mean, besides the shift of game, I mean, everyone runs like a stick up their ass when you first started playing. It was so goofy. It was just hard to adjust, but then running the ball is a little different. I do say that. And passing game, I like the passing game in this game a lot better. I don't know if you guys agree.
I totally agree. I can't run the ball on anyone.
Yeah.
I drafted Geis fairly high because he's so young and he has that star development. I have 28 attempts for 48 yards in 3 games.
Oh Lord.
Jeez.
Oh Lord.
Jeez.
For an average of 1.7 yards per carry.
Out of curiosity, what are you running out of?
I
What
have
formation?
tried shotgun. I've tried single back, a little I form, not too much I form, but my line is not very good.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a
That's-
pro or anything, but I've been bitching to anyone that'll listen about how I need to get on YouTube and start watching this because I'm watching everyone beat me with all these YouTube videos that I've seen. I just haven't like studied it,
I haven't cared too much for it.
But if you motion your receiver over on any of those plays you're doing, and then kind of hit it like as they're getting across like the lineman, that it's crazy the speed boost that you get. And I feel like my running game went up a lot starting to do that. I think the guys last night who watched would attest. Zeke was getting some good blocks when I was doing that.
Zeke was going off. I'll tell you that. Who's your quarterback on the Pittsburgh Steelers? I don't have it up
My
right this second.
quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy
Jimmy
G.
G.
Jimmy G. How is he this year? He was my
So
Psalms
he's
quarterback.
pretty good. He's got a 94 throw power,
Mm.
and that's something I always look for. I did not want the 6th pick. I would have much preferred to be in the middle or towards the end of rounds. So I kind of panicked, and then in the second round, I saw like one QB go off the board and thought,
Yep.
oh, I have to get a QB.
QB
I've never
train.
done an online league. I didn't know how everyone was going to draft. So I got him real early, and I was debating between him, Stafford, and Winston. And then, of course, I get to my next pick in the 3rd round, and Stafford and Winston are still both there. So I might have been premature.
A little bit. Stafford looks nice. I'll tell you that. Like statue. Actually, you can watch the gameplay. He's slinging the ball over here. But what about your defense or any future stars other than you took Derek Barnett for me? I mean, gotta respect.
I hear the bitterness in the voice.
So I went to Penn State, and I drafted Amos early on. He's only 25. He hasn't done a whole lot for me. I think he has 1 interception so far, but I'm pretty confident I can turn him into a star. And then, of course,
No doubt.
I got Shaquem Griffin later than I thought he'd be there, and he has 2 picks in 3 games, half a sack, couple
You're the
tackles
one who
for
drafted
loss,
him.
and his speed is just ridiculous.
It's
I just keep forgetting. Steelers was the one that kept fucking me because I was number 7. He kept taking half my goddamn team.
That's
dude.
me.
I
Yep,
swear to
that's
God,
me.
dude, I was just like every single time, I'm like, oh God, it's sweet because there's like all these picks. Like Ravens would swoop me a lot too, and then it would just get to the person right before me, you, and then half my team was gone, or my targets rather.
that's funny.
That's me, man. I got lucky. I would have like 3 guys that I wanted starting at maybe 20 picks before me, and a lot of times I got there, and all 3 guys that I wanted were there, and then I had to choose.
Oh, that's always the hard part, isn't it?
I mean, you're picking at
Yeah, I
6
wish some of them got
or
taken.
7. Were you
Yeah,
picking at
picking
6
at
or
6.
7? 6, and you got Khalil Mack. I wouldn't.
I got Khalil Mack first.
Yeah.
Bro, some of the guys that went the top 5, I was like, what? like let's just say it. I mean, again, I'm not trying to take a shot at Loco, I'm not making a thing, but Aaron Rodgers number 1, I was like, how can anyone pass on Ramsey? Oh my God.
We'll have to get Loco in here one time.
Yeah, I'd just love
I
to
don't
hear
think
it.
Derek
Like,
should be there for that.
yeah, I probably should take a hiatus on that podcast.
Yeah. Shout outs to Loco. We're gonna get you next time. Talk about some of the NFC East.
Yeah, dude. And then, of course, I guess it should be stated, so it's not like I'm ducking. He beat me at the first game of the season.
I was gonna talk. I was gonna bring
So-
that up, but I didn't want to touch a nerve. So
No, he beat me fair and
Oh,
square.
you were
That's-
quiet about that.
I took it in the teeth, but he only beat me by a touchdown.
Was it
And, I should say, that's something we can bring up because it happened, and I'm curious if it gets fixed or if anyone else ever finds out about it. But so I'm down by a touchdown, just scored. There is maybe 40 seconds left. Go to do the onside kick. Now, what I do, because it's just kind of I don't know, it's one of my little tips and tricks, is I came out and just kick off. So he saw me come out and kick off, came out and kick off as well as what I was hoping. So then I audible it to onside kick because the guy that goes there that's going to retrieve the ball isn't as good at catching it. So I find I have a higher chance of actually getting the ball. Audible to onside kick, then obviously he does the same, but it let the kick bar go like while he was audibling. So I do the kick or whatever.
Mhm.
He gets set. Kicker runs up to the ball, and it's in onside kick. Granted, it looks like it's going to go over to the left side of the field. He kicks it to the far right part of the end zone, and one of his players catches the ball, drops it in the end zone, picks it back up, runs out of the back, and he gets a safety. Which I mean, I was a
A
kicker in football.
safety?
That's not a safety. Yeah, that's not how it works. even if I did do it exactly that way, it's not a safety. And he got a safety, and then of course, Loka hates me, so he's like, "You fucking glitcher," and I was like, "You cunt! I'm not glitching. I just punted it to you. Like if you look on the game, and I punted the ball back because I'm not an asshole, and it shouldn't have happened." But yeah, that was the craziest Madden glitch I'd like ever been a part
Never
of.
seen that.
It was nuts.
Did you record it?
Has anyone heard about that?
I
mean,
haven't.
I don't think either of us had it recorded. I want to say Loco was recording, and then he started getting some lag, so he stopped the stream.
I'm curious. See if it's on there still.
Yeah, but it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. I mean,
The
I
craziest,
couldn't believe it.
the craziest glitch I seen was in mud squads, where we threw it to a receiver out of bounds, and they count the catch when he was like 5 yards out of bounds. It makes no sense. It was
Jeez,
weird.
Horrible.
But anyway, back to Steelers because we're still in the AFC North. So week 1, you played against them, Cleveland Brownies, with that offensive line. What happened there? The offensive line just too powerful for you?
Yeah, I played against the dreaded Browns and didn't realize that there was one person hoarding all of the good offensive linemen.
Okay, you guys keep saying this. Let's go look up this guy's line.
Oh, you haven't seen his
Is
team?
it that good?
Oh yeah, you have to go.
His
look.
first 5 picks.
Tyrone Smith.
His
left
first
tackle,
5
96.
picks.
His first 5. David DeCastro, 96. Will Hernandez, star development, though, at center, 81. Lane Johnson, 92 at right tackle, and my fat fingers went over right guard. Brandon Sheriff at 90. Holy God.
Like,
So when I played him, first game of the year, Mitch Trubisky, he threw 10 passes. That's it.
10.
Ronald Jones had 29 carries for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns. And I took a loss.
We killed Tubby Lacey at fullback, too.
Tubby Lace. Fat Eddie. Shit, I forgot whenever
Yeah,
I
I just
moved my
could not
mouse.
stop Ronald Jones. That's what happened that game.
So Ronald, now would you say it was the line, or how was Jones? Because he's one of those guys I feel like is I wouldn't say sleeper because he's got star, right? But I mean he's one of the lower attributed stars this year for rookie with running backs.
I would definitely say it was the line because Ronald Jones only had 2 broken tackles the whole game. He was just running in open space, and he's so fast, I couldn't get to him.
Interesting. Okay. Looking at your team now, though, Obi Melifolanu. God,
Obi
pronunciation.
Melifolanu.
Yeah. Oh, the 6'3" strong safety of yours was the guy that I was targeting. How's he been playing for you?
No,
He's
on the
actually on
Browns.
the Browns.
He's on the
Oh,
Browns.
fuck, I'm on the Browns. Oh, fuck me. I thought I moved over to the Steelers. God damn it.
What about week 2? What about week 2 when you played against the Chiefs? It looks like a close game.
That was
he's
a
got
good
Bengals
game. I was down 3 with about 1:40 left, and it was like 3rd and 8 from the 20. And I had one of those plays where no one's open, and you roll out, and at the last second with Jimmy G, I just chucked one to the end zone to Gesicki, and had a pretty lucky toe tap at the back of the end zone to get the win.
Damn.
That's awesome.
That sounds like an exciting game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Gesicki.
What was the final score of that one?
That was
17-13.
yep, 17-13.
Okay, so that was a competitive game. Now, have most of the games been that way? I know there have been a couple of blowouts. How have other games been? Does anyone kind of have a gauge for how they've been going out? I mean, I guess probably Ravens is the one to ask that normally, but
Yeah, he's probably
throughout the league.
yeah, because I felt like week 1 that was
There's
kind of one
crap
of the
ton of
concerns,
blowouts.
right? Was the big blowouts.
Well, if you stay in tune a
Oh,
little
yeah.
longer, we'll have Blowout King coming on the show. Mr. Captain 70-0 coming on. But he's a little bit later.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Teach us about chess.
Can't wait to learn. It'll teach us. Let's see. 27-3, 14-36, 28-21. Cincinnati beat Carolina. So that was one touchdown game. Chargers Rams 17-10. Chicago Arizona, your game less than 7. Ooh, I just noticed this. Uh-oh, shutdown King. 21-18. You squeaked out a victory there, Patriot. You know, we just got to get the Patriots on right now. We'll get him on. I want to talk to him.
Oh yeah, dude. The Lions brought him back down to earth. 21-18. You're right.
King movie, where you at?
It's like, is this Raiders looks like he's 30-0 against the Broncos.
Well, other than the Patriots and the Super Bowl winning champion Chicago Bears, because we already know he's gonna win every Super Bowl from here on out. Steeler or TJ, is anybody in your division you're looking forward to?
Bother?
That's what I'm saying. Why are we even playing the game when?
Well, I'm giving myself a chance because Drew Brees probably only has a year left.
Yeah,
So
that'll be a fun game to watch. I want to also encourage everybody if everyone's watching it or watching it in the future, to stream your games, because there's something I could sneaky do. If you send me the VODs, I could edit the video and we could put like all your highlights going on during the week show. So that's something we can look forward
That could be
to.
pretty cool.
Just non-stop highlight reel of everybody's highlights. I think that'd be pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Something to look forward to. If
Yeah, no, that could spicing it up. That'd be cool, man.
yeah, so it's just a little idea. Another idea is for our weekly podcast at the end of the season. I was thinking that we did like a podcast awards where we give out awards that we think to the players, other than what Madden gives out. Like I can't do it week one or first year because there's no comeback player. But like if we have like a comeback player award, or you know what I mean, something that we give
Yeah,
out.
no, I get it. God, that's the one time in my life I want to get the most improved award.
Most improved. There you go.
There it is.
King Moby.
Oh, is Moby on?
He's here
Oh,
now.
boy. Champs are here.
Yes, I am here.
There he is.
Welcome,
Alright.
bud.
We're all dying to know how we're gonna learn chess from checkers. How will you teach us?
Nah, man. Funny thing is, I don't even know how to play chess, honestly.
What's the point of that? I was looking forward to that.
My dude, you were brought back down to earth this last game. What
Yeah,
happened?
what
You were
happened?
Blowing everyone
Yeah.
out before that.
I had just woken up.
Uh-oh.
And he actually did
Mhm.
he did a great job of keeping the ball out of my hands, because he had a drive that went like 6-7 minutes long. You know that probably was it. You know, he just kept the ball in my hands, so I couldn't score as
Did he-
much.
Did he play
Little time
pump
of
block?
possession.
Field goal block the whole time?
Punt block? No. Actually, if you look at the stats, like Carson Wentz had a perfect QB rating. He had 334 yards, 3
158.
touchdowns,
Hot
83 completion percent. He lit it up. But the thing is, he kept the ball out of Carson Wentz's hands, so he was only able to get 3 touchdowns really.
Mm.
You got him though. You got the win.
Yeah, it's
So,
most
Yeah.
important.
It's important. I'll be back next week though versus Dolphins.
Well, during the draft, what was your strategy other than getting Carson pick one? Right, you got him pick one.
Yeah, I got to pick one. I wanted to have my offense like set, so I had to get Carson Wentz, a running back, and a wide receiver for our first 3 choices.
Okay, so you like to go pretty heavy on the offense then.
Not necessarily. I just want to have those cornerstones of offense. Like I want to have a quarterback
Kamara.
and a wide receiver, so I can just target downfield, and I wanted a running back as well that could actually help me and catch and everything. So I had to get Alvin Kamara.
How's the old man?
I don't.
How's the old man Larry Fitz doing?
He's doing okay actually. Like I think the previous game he had like a 74-yard touchdown, so he still has some legs on him.
How'd he run that fast? Got 83 speed.
He was like he was completely wide open downfield.
Mm.
We got blitzed, I think, and then I had audible, and then Fitz was just wide open downfield, just catch and run.
Good old Fitz. You looking forward to your
So he's gonna-
Week 7 game against Big Trey? He's talking a lot of trash there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really feed into that stuff, man. Sometimes I do say stuff to get under your skin, but I just mostly let my game do the talking.
I got you.
That's all I
Respect.
hear.
No chess and checkers though.
I thought I was gonna get some Trump moves over here, man. I thought you were gonna teach us all the ins and outs. I'm a little disappointed, I must say.
Nah.
The key is to never
Just
move
trying
any
to
of your
keep it all a
pawns.
secret.
Yeah, I feel it. All the cards are tied to the chest over there. They're not trying to give us anything, huh?
Well, we'll go back to Steelers. So other than the Browns that you played already this year, what do you think about that AFC North? Who's your biggest rival, you think?
I'm looking forward to my next game, Week 4 versus the Ravens.
Yeah, I
This
saw
guy's
it.
undefeated. He's in first place. Yeah, I'm ready to play him.
Somebody stop Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
please.
It hurt him. Break his leg.
Jesus.
ACL. Something. Anything. Put out a bounty hit on him.
We cannot let him take over the league, bro.
He's gonna be nasty.
He was able to trade. I mean, what a move being able to do that, but be able to trade Christian McCaffrey, get those picks, get a replacement, running back, just because he can get it all done with his quarterback. It's crazy. Like what a luxury, I guess, that affords you if you have him.
I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, I
smart of
saw
him to
you-
move Watkins there.
Yeah,
Ready for
Watkins is
overall.
that running back now.
I mean, it was the Ted Ginn treatment. Come on, ain't no one saw that coming. Look,
Yeah, you started that.
it was like an 81. I was seeing how late I can get him, but I had to pull the trigger. And he is actually really, really good. And he doesn't fumble, even if you have it on conservative. He doesn't fumble. And he's got great spin, great juke. Oh, look, there's Logan Thomas's touchdown. Look, everyone can watch on the stream. Logan Thomas's touchdown. Brought in the 59 overall.
Yeah,
we go.
That
myself,
bomb.
I was even thinking about trying to trade for Cordero Patterson and doing the same thing. You know,
Oh, it'd be nasty.
he's dangerous in the open field.
Now, see, this is a curious thing. I wonder if you guys noticed the same thing. In 18, I noticed if you moved a lot of these receivers to running back, like they did not hold on to the ball, even if you had their carrying up to 99.
Nope.
They I felt like there was some Madden thing. They put that ball on the ground.
And now it's
Has that transferred over?
now like Tegan has not fumbled once. I don't think Sammy Watkins fumbled for Ravens. I don't know anyone else who'd done that. But whoever has Pierre Gasson, little trick. Apparently Pierre Gasson goes to like a 97 overall at running back, which is
Oh, jeez.
absurd. Makes no sense, but he does. So if you want a old running back, I wonder if their retirement, running backs retire early. I wonder having them at running back if that makes them retire early. That's curious. I wonder. I don't think we're that
Just
deep
was
yet.
Something interesting. Yeah, and then like the whole Tom Brady thing. Like I know last year the devs made a huge thing about how they like specifically coded in to where Tom Brady wouldn't retire after like 2 years or whatever. It'd take like 3 years. I was curious when everyone was talking about who's gonna get Brady.
Well, the Falcon.
Oh,
Well,
I don't know.
actually, that was the first CPU pick, I think. Because
I
Oh, that's
wanted
right.
Brady, but I wasn't stupid, so I just.
I
You
wanted
know, if I
Brady,
would've
but not
took
early.
Yeah,
I would
I
have Brady, but
wasn't
it's not
gonna.
that much.
I wasn't gonna take Brady and have a 39-yard QB for 1 year and then drop off the fucking face of the earth next. So I had to go with Wentz.
Once in a
Well, yeah,
lifetime.
I mean,
Walk it to wins.
I was surprised that
And the
Wentz was
Falcons.
actually still there.
What pick
when
were
did you
you?
get him? What was your first pick?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
I think it was the ninth pick.
They are.
I thought he was gonna be like
Ninth.
one of the first picks. He had a superstar trait. He's only 25. What?
I am with you on that. I could have seen him go number 1 over our boy.
That would be nice. Walk it to wins. Oh,
Now it's gonna be curious to see how the developments change throughout the year, because that's fluid. So I wonder which superstars are gonna lose that. I'll put an early one out there for the one who probably will is Miles Garrett because I don't seem to get any sacks with him.
Miles Garrett. How's that Patriots defensive line looking? Pretty shaky.
It's not bad, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
I got Linville Joseph, but he's old. The 90. I got Malik Jackson. Then I got a young guy, Trey Hendrickson, at left end. So it's okay.
Do the job.
Yeah, it does the job.
I mean, you gotta contain them somehow, right?
I haven't really been gashed on the ground yet, though, so I guess it's holding up.
Who's the rushing leader? Oh, isn't it Cowboys? Yeah, with P Ryan. I think
P-Rod?
I think it is the Cowboys. I might be wrong. Definitely
was
not no
legit
Lamar
last year.
Jackson. Break his leg.
yeah.
Break his leg.
Look at the
ACL.
receiving year, though.
ACL.
Ooh, Marcus Williams at your free safety. I like that pick. He's a beast.
I forgot I even had him. He hasn't done anything for me yet.
Damn, so just going to sleep back there.
Yeah. He has like one pick, but that's it. Like, I forgot he's even on my team some games.
How's the Dory Jackson playing for you?
He's doing well. He just had I play man coverage a lot, so they let some catches go, but for the most part, Dory and old ass Dominique Roderick from Marty have been holding up well.
That's a good topic though. What about man coverage from this year, from last year?
Oh, yeah.
It's light years better. I couldn't
Agreed.
play man coverage last year.
Agreed. It was all cover 3 and cover 2, Tampa 2 last year, and now I feel like you can actually mix in some man coverage and do some man blitzes. Anybody else notice that?
I have
I've been
noticed it on the
scared to
line,
even
just not
try,
in
man.
practice. I'm right there with the Saints.
Shit. I've been sticking to what I've been doing last Madden. It's been working so far, but I could definitely switch it up to man every once in a while.
They've definitely killed, rather, because it still works to a certain degree, but the out routes, like juice close, the tight end.
The out
whatever,
routes don't
angle.
work. They just don't work.
Yeah, they get jumped like that. The guy jumps it now, even
Every
when like they
time.
shouldn't actually. He's
Mhm.
like way far like behind. I was like, wait, how did he get to that?
I mean, it's good that they actually fixed it though. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know if man shuts it down because I didn't run too much man against out routes. So
That's a good. What Patriots? How about you in your couple games? Does anyone run that like the tight end angle? That route against you when you were in man. Did it shut it down? Did it? Did you get burned?
I haven't really seen that route playing anybody yet. They always been doing slants, and that's when I just jump it and pick it off. But
Okay,
that's
I got you.
about it.
Yeah, my offense last year was predicated on that play. I was basically juice close 4. And,
Oh my gosh.
anyone, if I caught anybody coming inside, it was like, boom, I'm nailing you
I,
outside outright.
oh man, I remember the playoff game that in your guys' league. That was crazy.
Steelers and I, that quadruple overtime.
I think it was different Steelers. I think
Oh, okay.
I don't know Patriots or Moby and TJ. Were you in the last league with SOMF with these guys?
No, I was not.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he says his first year.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Apologize.
How do you guys like the league? Like the rules and whatnot, or I should say, lack thereof of rules, because it seems to be a rare breed.
It's okay, I guess. I'm just here to play football, man.
I like
Right
that
on.
attitude, though. See, now, I mean, that's my question. Is like, I know a lot of people they like these sim leagues, and for me, it's I can't just play the game. Like, I'm
No,
worried
no,
about breaking a rule.
I can't do no sim leagues, bro. That's not fun at all.
It's rough.
I'm actually in one right now, and I would say this is more fun just because, like, you'll be playing and you really have to look up, like, oh man, am I following the rules? Like, can I go for it on this 4th and 1? Like, it's kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been in a couple. Shout out to New World Order, I believe is the one that I first started. And they, they're cool guys, cool people in the league, but God, that got me turned off of sim league so hard. It's just, you're sitting there and you're running, and now your running back's at like 230 yards because the guy has just been trying to hit stick you and missing. And then it's like, okay, it's a close game, but I'm technically supposed to like not get any more yards with my main offensive threat. It's like
That'd be too
21-21.
hard.
I've got, what do I do? Like, am I supposed to sit him? Like, I don't know. It was just it bugged the crap. I was sitting there and I started feeling like I wasn't making the right play calls because I'm thinking this. I'm like, oh, I don't want to like get banned. Should I do this or should I not do this? And I don't know. That's kind of how SOMP started to get created. And, essentially the rules of this.
What does SOMP stand for?
Oh god. Oh god.
Sit on my face.
I can't.
Zaxel gamertag was Emma Watson SOMP, and it like finally got banned, and then it got pre-made into the Weary Bunny. That's a fun story. He's one of my best friends from high school, and so his name's Emma Watson SOMP. His other one was Kate Up His Tank, just for anyone that cares. And anyways, I just get this like party invites from this Weary Bunny, whatever the numbers are. And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy like he was out of me. I didn't join party for like 2 days. The next day he texts me, dude, why don't you add my party? Why don't you go into my party? I'm like, wait, you're the Weary Bunny?
The Weary Bunny.
He's kept it.
I tell you the story about Uncle Jerry and how we got his name, but I'm gonna add
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Berg. He wants to join, and I'm looking for your name. Your good old Jay Panthers are trying to get in here. Let me see if I can get Jay in here. But once
Hello?
I
I
do,
think the Ravens got on there.
I'll look for him.
What's
What's up?
Berg?
So how does this thing work? So like, we're just talking here and it streams through it.
Hey, we're just pretty much
Yeah.
we're just pretty much winging it right now though.
Yeah, just go onto the site and then select which hooker you want.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we got.
Wait, so I have to go online and select something?
No. Oh man, you're good. You're good. I gotta set a word. Hopefully, you just hear your voice.
Hello?
Yeah, you should be good.
Oh, shoot.
I can't find
Alright.
Jay's name. You know what? One
Maybe.
day I gotta like cut everybody off this friends list. This friends list is way too big. Remember, like there was a limit before.
Little humble brag over
Oh,
there.
there we go. I heard myself do mix.
No brag.
There we go.
You can hear yourself good. Damn it, Jay! I can't find your name.
Oh,
that.
What's
oh,
up,
shoot, we got a
Drizzy J?
seven-person
Is he in here?
podcast.
What's
Jesus.
up, guys?
There he is. Someone invited him. Awesome. I couldn't find your name.
What's up? What's up? Just tuned into the podcast not too long ago.
Couldn't imagine this. I thought it would be like 30 minutes, and then we're like, there's nothing to talk about.
You can BS for a while, especially at the beginning of the year when like sort of the introductions type of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Half the shit you wanted to talk about, we haven't even covered.
I know.
Is Derek in here? Oh, Derek's in here. Yeah, screw you for taking this on Reddit. I was trying to turn him into a user god again this year.
Dude, thank God I got him because I was spitting with no linebackers after all you guys keep swooping on my picks.
I just think it's really interesting to hear everyone's voice.
Oh,
you were talking to everybody, talking to them for a couple weeks, and then you hear everyone's voice for the first time. Just very interesting.
it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Set
That-
up.
That's exactly what me and Tommy said earlier. Like, it was just me and him in the party. He's like, this is the first time we actually talked to each other. I'm like, yeah.
ECT, so when you trade me Bobby Wagner, by the way.
I'm trying to dump him off to the Seahawks. I
remember
want the
I
next
messaged you in the
picks.
middle of, I messaged you in the middle of my second game because I was getting so frustrated that I had no block shedding from any of my linebackers.
I want to see what I can
I
get
reached
for him.
out to the Texans guy to try to get Yannick out of him, and he wasn't having any of it.
A couple people have.
Isn't Yannick Ngakwe like not have good stats? I thought I remember seeing like he wasn't really that good at anything.
He's got some decent stats. He's pretty young though, so he'd be a cornerstone type of player. You just gotta build him
It's
up.
like a
for him.
great pass rusher, but a horrible run defender.
Yeah, absolutely.
67 block shit.
He's part of that, what was it, Mississippi, Ole Miss draft class, right? With Tunzel and,
Tunzel.
who's the other guy?
They Laramie Tunzel had the funniest draft day of all time.
That's
Oh,
a really
man.
funny one. The one with the mask.
Yeah, like 15
Yes,
minutes
sir.
before the draft starts out. He's like, yeah, someone hacked into my Instagram account.
Hey, he whitewalled that thing too. He wasn't playing around.
that costed him millions of dollars.
Yeah, he dropped far down the draft after that one.
Who was the
What's
first
funny,
pick?
though, I guess funny is the wrong. I use that too liberally. But could that have almost been a positive? Because generally, don't when you drop in a draft, it means you're going to a better team. So it's like
The
Yeah.
Dolphins are
Miami,
a better
though.
team.
But yeah, I don't think the Dolphins are a better team. They're just like
So,
The
like,
location, that's about it.
That was sort of the worst of both worlds.
drop and on to so average.
all right. Let's talk about now. We got a whole group of guys. Let's all talk about young quarterbacks. Let's start with the Jets and start with Rosen.
Rosen. The Rosen's been killing it, except for me making. This is like the first year of SOMF, where I'm gonna throw about 50 picks this year, like I did the first year with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I didn't play any Madden until I think the preseason game against you. So I'm just making atrocious decisions. I think I threw 6 picks last game to the Browns.
That's disgusting. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
but
stats
you-
now.
you only had
6
one pick.
interceptions.
6 picks.
Yeah.
You had one pick through week 1 and week 2 though, so that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play my week 1 stats don't count because the Lions dude bounced from the league
Yeah.
after I played him, or while I was playing.
Oh, funny. I actually talked to him yesterday. I talked to
I'll
the
screw
Lions
that
guy.
guy.
Him
I had
and
8 sacks
Big
and 4
Trey.
takeaways in the first half.
You've also
Jonathan
missed
Hankins,
sacks. A
Jonathan
shitload.
Hankins reached his season 1 goal by halftime of week 1.
Dude, I want to talk about what happened to me in my last game. It was so aggravating. I had a decent lead in the second half, and I was trying to be a nice guy. Like I wasn't trying to knee the ball and like not knee the ball, just like chew clock and
Yeah,
do small
don't take
plays,
shots
just get a
deep.
first down. I was trying to do that, but I also wasn't trying to make it seem like I'm trying to hurry this game up. So I was just playing like normal. I wasn't like doing nothing crazy. And he was down 14 points, and he scores like an insane drive. It was like nonsense. I think he has Deshaun Kaiser as his quarterback. I think I could be thinking of a different league, but he was downing me up everywhere. He scores a touchdown. He's down 7. Starts using his timeouts. At this point, I should start chewing clock. Forces a fumble on his 30-yard line. Picks it up. Runs that shit back. Ties the game up.
Yeah.
Normal kickoff
That's-
goes out of the back of the end zone. First play, Deshaun Watson throws a pick 6, and I lose the game.
That's a rookie move. You don't take the gas off the pedal until you're up by 4 touchdowns.
I mean, come on,
At
we're talking
least-
about
Yes.
checkers and
I
chess.
wasn't trying to make you
Learn
feel
from
bad.
me.
Checkers and
Learn
chess.
from
Come
me.
on, checkers and chess.
Yeah,
Just
guys.
learn from me, man. When you're up 40 to 10, then you can take the foot off the pedal.
Oh, is this wait? You're the Patriots, dude. Oh
Yeah.
man. Dude, you're the funniest guy I
Oh,
think since
shit.
the Antifa Patriots from last Madden and Alex Smithgate Steelers.
I forgot about that. Oh,
Well,
Oh,
I
man.
was the Alex
Is-
Smith thing. I
is-
forget.
Is that a bad thing?
That was. Yeah, those are both of those dudes bounced from the league pretty quickly.
yeah.
And so Antifa guy was when him and Derek got into it for like 200 messages in the Slack. He was comparing Derek, I think, to Antifa as a commissioner.
Bro, that Panthers guy
Oh, I
from
remember that.
from Soft last year was crazy.
He's still in it. He's what? Packers this year?
I
Yeah.
think he's Packers this year.
No,
Yeah.
he was
Alex.
nowhere near Antifa guy though.
Yeah, no, he wasn't the Tifa guy. I mean, I gave him a warning. I said, hey, look, dude, it was actually what the rule we just like kind of implemented, or we kind of talked about the whole 21-point shoe clock thing. He was blowing a guy out. We had just implemented that rule, and I explained, like, hey, dude, you broke the rule, but a lot of people have been doing it. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's the first. We're
Late.
not gonna put the axe down on you. I just want to tell you this is an official warning. But everyone knows what official warning doesn't really mean anything. It's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
And I said it doesn't really
Yeah.
mean anything. It's a slap on the wrist.
Dude, people were
And
being ridiculous
he was
last
like,
year
"Oh,
about
you-
blowouts.
You think you're so
Oh, God.
you're so powerful. You're like the boss of everybody. I'm like, dude, what? Like I'm being like all the other, like Zach and John wanted to boot this guy, and I'm like, no, we should give him a warning. Get all mad at me.
I know. I didn't get a warning when I beat that old Browns guy 100 to like 20.
Oh yeah.
God.
But it was the last year. I think like Alvin Kamara had like 600 rushing yards or something like that game.
Oh my God, your team last year, dude. Oh, was it frustrating playing you?
Well,
You
it's
and
funny
fucking
'cause
Kamara.
we
Oh my
both
God.
took over really bad teams at around the same time. I'd like to shout out to the old
I
Patriots.
don't know. I thought your team was pretty comparable to like the G-Men.
You think so?
We're
I don't
gonna-
know.
we're gonna
You had a
beat your
really
team
good
last year.
team. I mean,
They're
nothing
about-
beats the Ravens,
They're
though.
about the same overall, I thought.
I mean,
Dude, I barely beat
Jay,
you. Somehow,
I
and I
have
was
to
like
ask
15
Jay.
overall, I think, higher than you.
0-3.
0-3.
Bro, I had real high expectations coming into the year. We were gonna take the shitty Carolina Panthers and make them a playoff team. Things haven't bounced my way. EA's really giving me the dick lately. So
Well, we'll talk about
Blame it on
talk
EA.
about Watson.
turn a new leaf next week. Get some W's under our belt, and we'll rise to the occasion. Yeah.
Rise up.
Well, next week
I
you
do-
have a bye.
Perfect. That's how we
Peak of the
started
season.
off.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no.
Turn it around.
Just what
I
we
do
need.
have the
Perfect
one-
time for a bye.
I was wondering, does anyone have less rushing yards than I do? Because I think I have like 80 yards total through 3 weeks.
I probably got less than you.
I'd be less of you except for a couple nice Jimmy G scrambles.
Oh, I was just saying for my primary running back. I think Josh Rosen has
Ravens.
like 50 yards or something
I
like
bet
that.
Ravens.
How
have
many
it.
yards does your running back have?
I'll pull up Madden real quick. I think he's
Mine
right
has
around
36.
70. Oh, he definitely has
Mine
more than
around
70,
what you got.
36
Jeez.
because of the week 1 sim.
I have 48 with Geis.
Does anyone else have like this animation or with, like when you try to switch direction, your dude's like stops in the backfield?
Yes, it happens a lot. A lot to me.
I don't know if that's because I was shockingly bad. I was somehow bad at Madden running last year, and
about
that
this
was like
year?
the year of the run.
That was like
So I'm-
all
I am
everybody did last
horrendous.
year too. Was run the damn ball.
I'm horrendous at running the ball this year,
It's definitely different.
and I'm also horrendous at kicking field goals. I shanked 2 field goals, I think, against one from the 7-yard line against whoever I played week 2.
I joined
My
the
game likes-
Steelers league from. Yeah, you remember the Steelers from last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a league, so I joined that league. I don't know what's going on over there, dude, but I'm 3-0. So clearly I know what I'm doing.
Jeez. It's like a whole different universe over there.
I like it over there, you know. Those guys are easier.
Uh-oh.
Do we have the
We have-
Chargers in here? Is anyone that's the owner of the Chargers in this chat? Because
I don't
I
think
don't know if you
so.
guys see Todd Gurley's stats. Those are kind of out of this world right now.
I think Challenger.
but
Are you
whose
the
stats?
Giants?
Todd
Chargers.
Gurley.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm the Giant.
Welcome.
43 attempts, 363 yards, 8.4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, averaging
My God.
121 a game.
Dude, that has to be
Nice.
a couple money plays in there.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, oh, maybe
Or
I'm
it's just a
starting
couple, honestly,
bets
or a
that might
couple
have
big
higher
runs.
yard per carries, but
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's get this straight. People are
What?
talking about how Tyler Lockett was doing all these money plays, and that's how he got all these yards. It's not money
Dude,
plays,
I'm throwing it
right?
out there. If you average 40 yards a catch,
Yeah,
I'm guessing there's a few
No.
money. It's a few
Some
money
shade.
plays.
There's some
Go
shade
look
going
at-
out
go
there.
Look at the yards. Go look at the games and look at the yards. If I streamed the game, you will see how he gets his yards.
Stream your game.
Bro, you
Yeah,
have
if
17
money-
catches.
Like
17 catches, 746 yards.
Yeah,
How
you're
you
trying
know
to
you got
tell
no money
me that
for
you're
this?
averaging over
he's always
50
open.
yards a
He's
catch.
always open. Like,
Bro,
he's-
you're
Yeah,
averaging
'cause it's a money play.
43.9
It's not a
catch.
money play. I'm not using one play.
It's
like,
not.
I
I'm
use a
not saying
whole-
it is
I-
an insult,
No.
but it is.
I'm
You have
using-
couple-
I'm using
assuming
a
you have
whole
couple
bunch-
video game plays.
All right, but that's
The Jags-
cool and all, but check out.
It
check
could
out
be
your
a
tight end.
streak. It could be a
Your
streak.
Tan's got
too.
54.8 yards a catch. He's got 4 catches.
The Jags dude said he ran one same
219.
play for 90% of the time.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh shit! I have
It
an
wasn't
Madden
the same
17.
play.
I'm
It
an
wasn't
idiot.
the same play. My objective was to run the ball a lot, and he was literally trying to blitz every single time I lined up like that. So when I saw that he blitzed, I would audible without changing the formation, and it would go play action, and then the guy would be open deep. Every single time I went to the line of scrimmage, I audible, and then the guy's open. The Jags, he's trash. Like I saw his blitz. every
Uh-oh.
time.
Calling out the
I
Jags.
just
Calling out the
investigated these 3
Jags.
opponents the Patriots have played. They have a combined record of 0-9.
Yes, exactly. They are trash.
All right, come on, let's be real. We already know who's winning the Super Bowl. So come on,
Big
Yeah,
Trey.
Bears.
Big Trey.
Yeah, Big Trey is playing backgammon while you're playing chess.
Oh, that's great.
Bro, are the Raiders in here?
No. So, all right, we'll do a rundown real quick. And also, I want to say, if anyone has to go, you guys can just leave whenever, and you could give me a Slack message. It's not a problem.
No, we're staying on until midnight.
I don't know. I got work tomorrow. I don't know about that.
We're just gonna transfer the host.
Yeah,
The
just
Raiders, whoever,
keep it going.
whoever the Raiders guy is, he's doing some nice stuff on defense.
Raiders.
He's got solid
Cold
defense,
water
stat-wise.
Poppy.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna go
Oh
back.
yeah. Also, Loki, the Browns' offensive line is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we talked
I
about
think
that
Roger
earlier.
went off for like 20 carries for like 200 some yards and like 3 TDs against me.
Man, he's been giving you guys some problems. You only put up 3 points against
Yeah, I
him.
was gonna say, yeah, you like shut him out.
Yeah, but
All right, we'll do a
Truly,
roll call real
I
quick.
could really go 10-0 my first games.
10-0.
I only see 2 teams I could see 2 teams that I might have problems with.
Week
in
7.
those first 10 games.
Week 7.
Bears and Titans. Bears and Titans.
Titans
are
look
the
pretty
only
good.
2 teams I can see.
Is Big Trey
New
all that good,
uniforms.
or is he just all talk?
He's Super
don't
Bowl
know. I
champion,
just-
man.
What?
He's Super Bowl
He's
I
three
champion.
wouldn't
now,
sleep
right?
on the Chiefs either.
The
Who'd he
Chiefs.
beat?
He was he made a Super
beat
Bowl in
Derek.
the last league. Oh, he won a Super Bowl.
Oh,
Bro, Derek used to kick my ass last year, but I had a bad team, so don't take that.
everybody kicked your ass last year.
seriously. Hey, hold on, man.
I would.
The Colts last
You're
year
showing the
were
punching
horrible.
bag.
I tried to trade everybody. I couldn't do anything.
It sounds like a you problem. A lot of excuses.
Bro, my running back was Austin
I was beating
Eckler,
him
bro.
with
Come
rush
on.
for 3 guys.
This is such a
I'm
terrible.
predicting a 4-12 season for the Panthers.
You give them 4
That's
wins?
That's a little high. That's a ceiling.
Yeah.
Yo, the Chiefs. The Chiefs got the Chiefs got blanked 24-0, bro.
Mm.
Damn.
Who beat them?
All
He's
right, boys,
supposed
I
to
gotta
be
go.
good.
The
All right.
49ers beat them 24-0.
See you,
Alright,
man.
Take it easy,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh,
Good
Cali
trade.
Kane's really good though.
Kelly Kane is really
Yeah,
good.
That's
Bob.
49ers
Yeah,
this year.
he's pretty solid. Well, let's see if he gets those one blitz down from last year. Because this one blitz gave me more trouble than I think every other person outside of Undead.
Oh my
year.
gosh. Them 95 speed
I remember
quarterbacks.
Dude,
96.
95 speed middle
Oh,
line.
90. Yeah.
Jamal Adams. Dude, I remember I was playing on because I just moved and I had to play on a laggy connection, and I threw 3 picks in like the first, or no, I think more than 3 or 4 picks in like the first 6 attempts with Rogers when I played you last year. And was down like 21-0 in the first quarter.
That team wasn't fair to play against.
And he has 49ers has T.J. Green and Justin Reed at linebacker. Yeah. And Landon Collins.
Did you guys talk
You
about?
said T.J. Green's winning linebacker of the year.
That's true, you did say that. Did you guys talk about the injury stat potentially going on?
Yeah, I was
Because,
gonna
I
bring
think I
that up
pointed out that
soon. It's
There's
only
like
one
injury
guy,
in the
Jimmy
entire
Smith,
league.
and
Yeah,
all of
I
his
feel
games have
bad
been
for the
simmed.
Colts guy. Yeah, I mean, you guys were like, break Lamar Jackson's leg, but that's not gonna
Break?
happen.
No.
Our
Break
injury
his
stat as
leg.
it is.
Oh,
That's up to TJ.
dude, he
TJ,
got hurt
break
in
his
the other league
leg.
I'm in, week 1.
I'm gonna try. Khalil Mack low hits it.
Yeah, just put it on.
Yeah,
Put it on
yeah,
aggressive.
that
Put it on
Sean-
aggressive,
put
and
that
just go
Sean
after him.
Payton, Sean Payton's
The
fucking,
bounty.
Let's go.
You think the Ravens would notice if I moved up the injury slightly?
Just for his game. Just for his game.
100. Everyone's
Great.
getting hurt out here. We're playing NFL Blitz now.
What's it at? What's it actually at right now?
I think it's at
Let
15.
me see.
Keep,
What's
it,
15?
keep it at like, I liked 15 last year, so like
Yeah,
occasionally you'd get
15.
an injury,
It's at 15.
but you didn't. It wasn't game breaking where like it was came down to luck whether you're gonna have an actual team to play.
It's something
Do
we
you
should
guys
probably
update
fool
it,
with.
Or has it been
Nah.
15?
It's been 15. I think we should probably, I mean, bring up an argument because one injury through 3 weeks. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be more, but how
Wait,
many
there's
more?
only one injury through the league.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with upping it up to like 30, but do it at like the end of the week before like after
Yeah.
all games have been played.
And that's
I-
speed threshold. What do you guys think of that? At 50 right now.
What is it?
What is a speed
Speed
threshold?
threshold, like,
Like
it's
how
slow
fast your
guys, the
players?
fast and
Yeah.
the slow guys.
I have Brandon Cooks, so I think we should maximize the difference in speed with 9 fast linebackers. So we should maximize the difference in speed.
I agree.
Yeah, and then
In my
Kyle Lowry
unbiased
will be able to
opinion.
get 1,000 yards per game.
They're 5 money plays. 5 receptions, 1,000 yards. He goes up and down the field 2 times. He scores touchdowns.
All right, real quick, I want to do like a update roll call, just so if we're say it sounds like we're gonna be here for a little bit, so I want just so we can define who's everybody. I'll just say your team name and you could just introduce yourself, just so it's easier. So we'll go with Saints,
Tommy.
and then we'll go with Patriots,
I'm king.
King Moby, And then TJ
King.
was the Steelers.
I'm
Sorry,
TJ.
I stole your thunder.
Oh, you messed up the introduction.
I stole his thunder.
Man, who needs
Start
no
again.
introduction?
Yeah, really.
He said he needs no introduction.
No, that's Big Trey. Come on. And then we
We
got.
gotta get the train here.
I tried. I
Yeah, I
tried
do
last
like this
night. I
song.
tried, man. I was talking to him on Xbox chat, and was like, "Look, would you do this?" He goes, "I don't know what I'll be doing." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Come on, you gotta get in here." And
Yeah, as
so,
long as he gets in here at some point.
it's
I
gonna
think
be
he's waiting to
great.
see after he goes 6-0 so he can really get in here and start talking shit.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. All right, Jets,
Berg, 50.
Panthers,
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
and then we didn't hear too much of you, Giants, but you're here too.
Yeah, I'm Jake.
Jake is the Giants. So
Hey, I got you in like 2 weeks, Jake. I'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
See, when do I play the Patriots? Well, week
You
12.
don't.
I might have my shit together by then.
Week 12.
Yeah, week
Giants next week.
Yeah.
shit.
After a bye week.
Anybody
after
pay,
the bye week, we're gonna be all
the
nice and
Redskins yet?
rested for it.
Derek played the Redskins when he left, and I think he lost.
I remember
Yeah.
he was the big talker last season.
He was. He's kind of been on his
And
good behavior, so I'll give it to him.
Wait, who's?
Loco.
Yeah, same with
Redskins-
Alex. He's been a good kid.
He
too.
was
Yeah.
What was his
I think
name last
Alex
year?
he just had a one. I think it was just a one incident that kind of just trailed on with him for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been his first time drinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
When he was talking shit, he was trying to. He was nitpicking to talk shit type of thing, which is like the
Yeah, he
worst way
definitely
you can
was.
be.
I mean, I'm
He's coming
I'm
at
He
you
good
wasn't
at
an
trash
Antifa. He wasn't
talking.
Antifa level, so he was alright.
Yeah, it was coming at me.
You got you
That
OGs.
Antifa guy was on a different level.
You OGs.
Oh, were you?
I wasn't in the
he
league.
was.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know what
he was. He was probably the worst person. I mean, he got multiple people kicked out of the league.
What?
That was. You got him with the one Chargers guy, the Chiefs guy that was an original guy that drafted, got kicked out, then ended up saying like, actually, I want to rejoin and keep my team. Type of.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
This brings up a better topic.
Yeah.
So we'll start from the top. How do you guys differ from that last league with SOMF to this league? I know we're only in week 3, but what do you guys think?
I miss my old team.
It's a lot different vibe, I think. So the beginning of this is a lot different, I think, than SOMF, because there was a lot. I mean, it's only week 3, but there was a lot of people that I think bailed from their team pretty early, within like a year.
Yeah, I'm surprised
know
we only have one.
Tommy, if you wanna put on that, like at least from what I saw, like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you look at the end, only like I want to say like 8 or 9 of us drafted our teams, and also the XP sliders are definitely, I think, are going to help with parity. Like you could even see everyone that drafted their team had a way better team than everyone else because the
100%.
XP sliders were so high.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone doesn't know,
So like,
most of us came from SOMF. That's why I'm just referring back to that league.
yeah, probably what a third was it? It probably was what, like a third.
A
of it or
third?
so?
It was little. I think it's a little under half. I would have talked to
You can
Ravens.
Go back and just like you could look through the
Names.
Slack and you can see.
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2.
But what about the newbies? What about?
I don't know, because I think there's more. I think Shitai. There seemed like there was, at least in the beginning, because no one really knew anybody. It was a lot more. I think that's also a big thing. Is everyone, at least the core group from SMF, knows at least like a good amount of the league. So it's not like a bunch of completely random people. Which is why I think the league was hard. It was hard to get off the ground at first. Which
Well, that's
big
with, like,
credit to
anything.
Zach. Big credit with Zach.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
The real MVP.
Like I remember just from our division, like we had like I want to say like 8 different Eagles guys and like 5 different Cowboys guys or something crazy like that. And he was able to fill all the spots like super quickly.
I've never seen a commissioner fill spots like Zach was able to.
He was on the grind. I'll tell you that. That's how I got in there.
Yeah.
I actually got in
Same.
there because of
And then-
Ravens.
Yeah. Eventually, you gotta get. You went through enough people that you found that you got a good core of people, and I think outside of like 4 or 5 teams that were rotating doors, like the Bucks were last year. Like it was, most people were staying with their team. The Bucks stay. The Bucks. Also,
He's this league.
shout out to
He's
the
here.
AFC South last Madden was like not even close to the, but like by far the worst division. Like, you had teams with 10, 11 wins missing the playoffs, and their division winner was winning like 8 games, or something like that.
Tommy was in that division, right?
No,
I don't know. I was in the.
he was the
AFC
AFC North.
North.
That was
Yeah,
your
yeah,
division. Drizzy
Yeah,
J.
Tommy only won 8 games a year.
Yeah, come on.
Tommy wasn't in my
8 games a
division.
year back into the playoffs,
played
and
it
the
one
3
time.
Super Bowls.
They go
So,
with 16-0 one season.
damn, really?
I don't think you went. Dude, I don't think anyone went undefeated.
I'm
I
going.
can't
undefeated.
remember.
like-
man.
I'm taking this undefeated this year.
Oh, yeah. I
thought you-
forgot. Patriots going
That's
undefeated.
reserved for Big Trey.
Yeah.
Patriots, baby, undefeated.
Oh boy, I gotta learn how to play chess for 2 weeks, and I got Big Trey on my schedule. It's gonna be a tough year. Just those 3 L's I gotta paint on my wall.
Not your year, man.
Not your year.
You keep throwing
You guys,
picks with Rosen.
When you
You
guys
know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a
play
tough
your
Dude, I'll have it ironed out by week 12.
when you guys play your games, are you guys using Playmaker a lot? I mean, I remember last year I was very new to it and I started to use it a little bit. But this year I'm using it a lot more. But I'm just trying to understand how the guys are going 3-0 or how often they're using Playmakers, what
It's
playbooks
helpful.
they're using, that type of stuff.
Definitely helpful.
Yeah, I probably don't use the best playbook, but I'm running the Detroit one. But yeah, I use Playmaker a lot, especially on 3rd down.
I run playbook
It's hard to
YOLO.
cover Playmaker.
Yeah. At least personally,
easier
I
to
use
use it if
Playmaker
you're
when
max
it broke.
protect.
If one's like plays break down. But I'm only 1 and 2, so my opinion probably is irrelevant.
I just
You were
started
here last
using
year,
my
though.
linebacker. I used to just play on the D line.
It's the peak. We like to remember the past. Like the real Jets. We remember Super Bowl II when Joe Namath called out the
gosh.
Super Bowl win. That was our peak.
Alright, I want to bring a question to the Giants because he's been a little quieter there. I wanted to get him in the chat.
Yeah. What's up?
So, what do you think about golf? Being in the same draft class as
What?
Wentz?
What?
Oh, I think you said golf.
Yeah.
No, it's quarterback. Come on, you guys, you gotta do your research. You want to be in here? Do your research.
Do you
Come
like
on.
Tiger Woods or Phil Masters or John Daly?
You know, I mean,
one, one, kill one.
I like him. I mean, the first 2 weeks he was good. This week he missed like probably three or four open throws. I kind of got a little pissed, but overall, yeah, I like him.
I know your game against the Cowboys got a little heated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly wasn't trying to run up the score. It was like 17-3 going into the 4th quarter, and I scored it, and then I got a 6, and then it was like 30-3, and there was still like 6 minutes left, and he just started like, it was like 3rd and 15. He just started like kneeing the ball and like running fullback dives, and then just running field goal blocks. So I was just like, I started to get pissed. So I was just like, I'm gonna start scoring. I mean,
Yeah, if
I only
somebody's
scored
gonna run
one
field goal
touchdown
block,
after that.
yeah.
It was like
that's-
6 minutes left, and he was like taking knees and running fullback dives with like 3rd and 15. I was like, okay, dude. I mean, you're just wasting my
That's
time.
no fun.
I know.
Yeah,
So
especially-
I only scored one touchdown because he did fullback. He did a field goal block with like 3 minutes left, and I was just like, okay. I mean, this is getting old.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I wasn't even mad at him, honestly. I was just like, don't waste my time. And then he just got all pissy and started making up stuff like I was calling timeouts and I wasn't chewing clock. And I was like, I was chewing clock the whole time. I didn't want to be in there anymore. It was getting pretty boring.
See, once it stops getting fun,
No,
then
I'm over it now. I don't really
Wait.
care, yeah.
Can I put
But
it
he
out
was
there?
trying to like, I was beating him so bad where he was trying to find a way to where like he doesn't look so bad that like I did something wrong to try to make him look better, I guess. But yeah. I don't know who lost to him. Whoever lost to him should probably. He ran the ball 40 times and threw the ball he had like 4 passing yards the whole game.
All right, man.
And, like,
my
I-
linebackers aren't that good. What do you want me to do?
Fuck.
You
it.
gotta take losses. You gotta take losses with dignity, even if the losses you lose big in.
Bro,
You ever lost by 40 points before? It shit sucks, but
Oh my god, I couldn't.
Is
Wait,
the
you take-
Cowboys guy in the chat?
No.
No, he's my
No.
friend.
Yeah, I mean,
I brought him into the
I'm
league.
fine with him. I was just like, I just didn't want him wasting my time. Like, the game was taking like an hour, and I was like, I'm done with this, and he's just like trying to drag it on by running field goal block with like 5 minutes to go. I'm like, I'm just gonna take knees the whole time.
if you're no, I feel like there should be some caveat to the run the clock out. Like run an actual defense still. Don't run field goal
I
block.
mean, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't that mad until he started accusing me of like not calling timeout to prolong the game and like not chewing clock, and I was like, I mean, just blatantly lying. So I was just like, I mean, but I mean, I'm over it. I don't really care. I get to play him again.
I was
So
actually,
it's basically another free win.
I was in a party chat with him when you guys were arguing on Slack, and he was just like laughing. He thought it was kind of like a
Yeah, I
joke.
mean, he was.
He wasn't
Well,
being
no, yeah,
serious.
I felt like he was trying. Like, yeah, I knew he wasn't being serious because, I mean, I don't know.
Hang on, I got
Yeah,
a
you
real
gotta be
important
Buckeye
question
nuts.
here. Everyone who was just watching the stream, was there like a duplicate sound? Or no?
I was not watching the stream.
No, I wasn't
I
watching.
just backed up.
Alright. Because I just noticed that there was another sound playing. I just didn't know if there was a duplicate sound. I don't know if anyone else is in there.
Also, has anyone else run into the glitch where if you run a no huddle offense, sometimes you can't hike the ball?
Yeah, happened to me
Yeah.
last game.
Yeah, it happened to me. I'm not saying it's the reason I lost. 100% not. Me throwing 6 picks was the reason I lost. But that happened to me like last game, like near the end of the game. I don't know if that. Dude, it's crazy the amount. At least to me, like I work in software. Like it's crazy the amount of bugs that comes out of here. Like that doesn't get that gets past QA. EA
lot
does
of
thing
not
that keeps
EA does not debug their game. It's
They made
it's
user-
crazy to me how many bugs.
they made user picks so much more so much harder. Like I should have had I
Really?
felt like I should have had like 2 or 3 user picks last game, and
I
like
thought user
I'm pressing Y. Like I don't know if I was like mistiming it or what, but like I'd press Y and like I just wouldn't jump.
I know
Yeah, I
strafing.
don't
I
know,
think
they
user
might
picks
just
are
be me,
easier. I
but-
feel like user picks are easier this game.
So in my game against the Falcons, it was my week 2 game. I had an absolute pick 6. These guy threw a flat to his running back, and my linebacker just went under the ball and didn't go up for the pick.
Yeah, I
And he
mean,
just-
I
he
don't know if
ran
it's
it.
bad timing or what, but
I noticed.
I mean
Yeah.
normally
I mean,
it
actually
only says
frustrating.
bad timing, but it doesn't say anything. It just like
It
goes through my guy's
doesn't say
face
anything.
mask and somehow he catches it.
Yeah,
I've noticed my linebackers jump about a mile in the air. They're up with the birds.
This also.
He's got.
Go ahead.
Are you like straight strafing while you try to user pick?
Not
No.
really.
Oh, wait, what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I strafe. I mean, I'm strafing when I'm usering people. It usually helps with user picking.
Isn't that what
Or the
it
user
works
lurk.
when you get that? Yeah.
User lurk. Yeah. Yeah, you need to be strafing. It'll improve tenfold for you.
Yeah. What about spec catches? In the stream I just saw that I think it was like Julio or Mike Evans, whoever the Buccaneers have as their top receiver. Spec catches are just sometimes from the big receivers are just crazy. And you want to see that in their games.
Yeah, the Texans has Alshon Jeffrey, and he did that like 2 or 3 times on me.
Yeah.
They don't work.
He
They
just showed
don't
up.
work at all for me.
Really? Last
Because you
year.
have Tyler Lockett, who's not. A
Oh
big
yeah, yeah, really.
receiver.
Come on,
He's
yeah.
not a big.
I also have like in any game mode, I have never had a successful spec catch at all. They
Yeah.
drop it.
Yeah. I'll be with you. I haven't had a successful. I haven't had a big or good successful spec catch. Also, TJ is gone. I guess.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's all good.
You guys remember, I think was it Madden 16 when Calvin Johnson was here? and he was like the ultimate spec catch guy. Just lob it up to him, and he'd pick it up every time.
I feel like I missed out on that. I didn't for the 4 years of like college. I didn't have like don't really have an Xbox. So I'm 4 years before Madden 17. I didn't play Madden.
No, it's definitely better now than it was back then.
Yeah, but the spec catches.
Yeah.
Madden 18, there was just not there, and now it's good that they added them. I mean, it's nice to see. I know I had a glitch against the Buccaneers right here where Mike Thomas only went up for one-handed catches. He would not catch the ball with two hands. It's only one-handed. I was like, what the hell, man? Basics.
I just had a game in a different league against the Chiefs, and it's like a sim league type of thing. So this guy has Tyreek Hill and Mahomes and everything, and I swatted the ball down with Chris Harris Jr. and somehow Tyreek Hill picks the ball up and runs it for an 80-yard touchdown. Off of a user swat. I did not get that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a different, but I like this game better. It's fun. It brings more realism to it, and other than people running like with sticks up their ass, but you know.
And
I love
linebackers
Madden.
picking off passes that are intended to go 25 yards downfield.
I like the gameplay
And I
of this a lot. I'm not. And passing's good again.
That's what I
don't
said.
know, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm terrible at running the ball.
In my other league, Shaquem Griffin had a one-handed pick
I mean,
with his nub hand.
No.
Oh my god.
I swear to God.
oh yeah, TJ has the Steelers
I will
has
say-
Shaquem Griffin.
I will say,
He said he has
I
two
did see a
picks.
thing on Reddit. If you change him to a left-handed quarterback, what will his animations be?
I gotta try that now.
Oh, they locked his.
Dude, it's
I
gonna
think
throw
you're allowed to
rockets
edit.
down there with the nub.
Just like edit him and make him like a 99 overall and just bomb at every play. That would be great. All right, so we can either talk about young
We-
quarterbacks like we were going to talk about, or
Yeah,
I-
do we actually want to let's talk about the league now?
yeah,
guess
I mean,
that'll work.
Yeah.
we talked about
Have you guys done like predictions yet or no?
semi, but I mean, why predict
No,
him? We already
not
know,
really.
like, we already know the Super Bowl champion, but we can do some
Yeah,
predictions.
everything will play itself out. You can't have Super. Wait, say that again.
I said we
just-
can do some predictions. I mean, it's kind of hard because it's so early in the season, though.
And like, it's not
What
like
we
it's
do,
a
like-
returning league, and we only have half the league that people know, at least from SOMF, and the other half doesn't know anybody before
Yeah.
We
this.
could do like a week prediction, like who wins in week 4 type stuff.
And we can do that. Let me pull it up. But I do. Let's see.
Titans over Eagles.
Is that who I play?
Well, whoever Big Trey's playing is stunned for the league.
What do you guys think about the Eagles? Think they're gonna be good this year?
Who's
It'll be
he
like
played? Who's he played?
a one and done in the playoffs.
Yeah, if I go
Nah, I
against
think
you.
The Eagles guy is definitely trash. Probably should get out of
Dude, I
there.
heard the Eagles guys
Agreed.
are bomb.
Agreed. Like, who the hell picks Matthew Stafford? I mean, come on. The guy's never won anything in his life.
Wait, you're the guy that took Matthew Stafford. Like,
Yeah.
you can go jump off a bridge.
A lot of people wanted stuff.
Except something a lot less extreme, like
I
stuff
know.
on like
I thought Matt Ryan would have
stuff
been
on like
more wanted, but
I got nothing actually. I'm not stopped there.
It was like the old guys.
I mean, I wanted Baker, but you picked him right before me, so that's why I had to go Matthew Stafford.
Dude, can we talk about how the Ravens took Jackson at 7? That's
10.
like insane.
Yeah.
10, sorry.
Who were the players he took over? What, like? Odell
someone
Beckham.
deleted
A
the
lot of them.
somebody deleted the draft page channel, so we can't really look back at it.
Well, okay, what were the first 6 picks? We had was Vaughn Khalil, Mac,
Luke Kuechly,
Donald.
Kuechly, Rogers.
Ramsey.
I don't know if Lattimore was picking.
Ran.
I don't know if Lattimore.
No,
So
Lattimore was
was
on the board.
picked.
Lattimore
15.
fell. I thought Lattimore was going top 10.
He didn't fell to me. I tell you that.
He's stupid good. He's what, like
Yeah.
I think 90 overall to start off, 23 superstar, 94 speed, like mid 90s man zone.
Yeah, the Bucks got him late.
Hey, when did Watson
Go.
go?
I
That
took
was
Watson
picked by
at
Giants. Or
16.
no, yeah, Panthers.
16.
I
I
thought
was
that was a good
surprised-
pick at 16.
Yeah, he's probably the best young quarterback.
I think it was like 6 or
No,
7
that was-
quarterbacks in the first round.
What?
Yeah, there was a lot more quarterback or a lot less quarterbacks this year than
I
SOMF.
I thought there would have been more because
Oh,
everyone just wanted to
Irwine's
move.
probably
Right?
the
Yeah.
best.
SOMF was like there's probably 16 quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds. There's probably more than that, like 20 some.
Well,
Like, I was
look
able
at
to
it,
get, like-
the Cowboys has got Blake Bortles and Mark Sanchez. He's done with both of them. That's the type of quarterback difference between the league right now.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys are using Sanchez.
I mean, well, he used
Probably
them
why he
against,
ran the ball 40 times again.
he used them against me because he was trying to be an ass, and it worked. So
Well,
Hey, you're telling on yourself.
we've accomplished something that I didn't think we were gonna do, was go through both the 2 games I recorded. So I think I'm gonna.
need more B-roll.
I think I'll just have to move everything to my Xbox. It's not a problem. But then we'll do some predictions in week 4 if that's what seems like what we could do next. If you guys are down with it.
We can do that.
I don't know.
Are
if
we
we-
doing by the way, are we doing this have this like a weekly thing? Because I'd be totally down for this being like a
We
week.
That's the
should.
plan. That's the
It's like
plan.
it's a pretty chill thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the wrong controller. I mean, I like it. I didn't think it was gonna be 2 hours so far. Like I said, I thought we were gonna be.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna be 30 minutes
yeah,
in.
we-
just-
Yeah, we were talking about it.
I think
before, we
it
were
was.
like, Hopefully
it's-
we get
it's the
30
first-
minutes in.
I think it's the first time, so it's sort of we went all roundabout, but like we definitely could be more. I'd say we definitely for the future, like the the other league of men, they do podcasts. It's pretty focused at the beginning, and then it's kind of like bullshitting, like after that.
Kinda.
Which is what
I mean,
I want to think like have a top. I think we should like have a topic of the week type of thing.
Agreed.
Talk about that to start it off, then BS after that.
honestly, it was
Or talk
mostly
about
like
general things in the league.
we were bringing it in the beginning, and then. I mean, we still have plenty to talk about, but I thought TJ had to go soon, so that's why I wanted to get him in here. And then we got Moby in here, and then all of
Yeah.
you guys
Stop
joined up.
calling me Moby, alright? Call me King.
I'm gonna call you boy.
What?
Yeah, we'll call him boy.
King
That's
Moby boy.
racist.
You're only known
That's
as boy.
racist. That's very racist.
What do you mean it's
That's
racist?
your
You have
name.
boy in your name.
I don't care, alright?
About to pull
Call
up
me
the
King.
ace race card.
Bitch.
That's
Ooh.
one.
Hang on.
Call me
Anyone
King.
got an update on Packers Redskins? Apparently they started their game. Let's see.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm rooting for Loco to lose.
I'm
Loco
rooting for him to
bounced me.
lose too.
I had a choke against him to go to the Super Bowl last year, so I still have a.
He's
Every time he
winning
leaves,
Oh my
16 to
god,
6.
it's Alex versus Loco.
Yes.
That's a game
I feel
of
like
the
Loco
century.
has made no friends in the league. Everyone wants him to lose.
I think he's friends with Tommy.
I like you, Loco.
Yeah, see?
No, I'm not saying no friends. I'm not saying like we're friendly, but like
Well,
rooting
he's
for Loco
he's done
more
really
than
good.
anybody.
I'll give it up to him. He's done really good. He's not doing any crazy shit in this league, which is
Redskins lead 16-6.
yes. So we could.
The NFC East might be the best division.
Oh yeah. Watch out.
We got Well, we got 2-3-0 teams and about to have a 2-1 team. What did the Cowboys win?
Good question.
Or has he played yet?
Actually, I can check it this
No,
way.
they're playing at 10 o'clock, I think.
We were
Yeah, he's
planning on the
1-1.
NFC South to be the best division, and they're probably the worst.
Bro,
Wait,
it's not
That
over.
happened.
Come on.
Shots at Jay.
It's not over yet.
Shots at Jay.
It's not over
Dude,
yet.
Jay's
Sorry,
bringing down
Jay.
the entire quality of the division by
We got 2 0-3 teams. 2 teams. Not looking good.
Tommy, please. Give it some time, you know? It's a long process. It's a long season.
Look, we are already
Also,
rebuilding.
like,
I'm
Give
saying
you some
AFC
time.
East by the end of this Madden is going to be the best division in this league.
No, actually, the worst division is probably AFC South. Only one team has a win.
Really.
Everybody else 0-3, 0-3, 0-2.
Oh
Wait,
God.
wait, did you say there were 3 0-3 teams?
There's 2
Oh,
0 and 3
2
and 1 0 and 2.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
statistically improbable that you would go 0-8 and you're the bottom 3 teams in your division.
Well, you know they're gonna turn it around. You know, think positive, right?
Nah, Jaguars suck.
And
Oh,
Jags
and he's-
and Tech. Jags and
Oh,
Texans
Jags.
have
Oh, I
given
get-
up
oh, I get the Jags this
108
week. He's
and
0-3.
102 points.
0 and 2.
I played 2 of the AFC.
Alright,
teams
I'm
so
thinking
far.
the Jags is the week that I'm going to get myself back on track.
Yeah,
They're good.
You're gonna be able to,
They're
You're gonna
going
be
to
able to
get back
score
on
a lot.
track.
you're gonna be able to
Giants, bro,
score
I'm
a lot.
calling it right now. You're going to be my first win.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Broncos.
What week do I
How's the
play?
Bron-
5-8.
Are the Broncos? Are the Broncos? Is the Broncos guy good?
He's
I-
alright.
I think he's, I was gonna say, I think he's alright.
I don't
Alright.
know.
Because,
He had 2 straight blowout losses.
Did he? Well, I know he lost
He's
to
got the-
Ravens.
He's got the worst defense in the league.
The Texans.
Texans by
Texans.
far.
Yeah,
I
everybody just said Texans.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
mean,
I was going to
he's giving up.
say,
He's averaging like 40 points.
personally,
a game,
Drizzy J's defense.
Hold on.
I was gonna reserve
mean,
that to
come
the
on.
worst team in the league, but
Lockett had
You guys are all
41
coming at me
receptions.
already right now. I don't like it.
shit.
Jaguars have given up more yards than the Texans. Just saying.
I'm excited to play the
8:42.
Jaguars then next week.
They're
Is
both
this still being
both
recorded?
sweet
The
defenses.
podcast?
Yeah, we're all recorded.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a
I love
hard
the
Alright,
Jags
so,
are
he,
better
so he,
than
he,
the
can, he
Texans.
can listen to it if he wants to.
I mean,
Got the 2 worst defenses
can.
in the league in the same division.
I thought the
Falcons
Jags
give
were better
up
than the
a lot of
Texans.
a lot of points.
The Titans are just
Golly.
gifted.
what about that Saints
over.
defense?
I've got to have one of the worst turnover ratios in the league. I might be in the bottom of there.
Saints looking pretty at 3 points allowed, huh?
The Texans threw 6 picks in his first game.
I've
Tommy,
thrown,
have you
Against
played
the
the
one,
Falcons
Patriots.
yet?
I've thrown 1 pick. That's it.
I think 1 too.
It's my only turnover the whole season.
Shout
Tommy,
out
you
to
played
the
the Falcons
Seahawks not getting 1 takeaway. Falcons this week are playing.
Isn't the events tonight?
I think it's tomorrow. We're supposed to play around 9 o'clock. Hour from now.
Oh, when's Vance, by the way?
3 days. Cause Sun. No, hang on, even
It's in
Saturday.
3 days? Yeah, I definitely
No.
played. I'll play my game today. I don't know.
I
I'm
think
on
it's
thought- I
Fantasy
Tuesday.
think
Football
it's
Draft this weekend,
tomorrow.
so I was sort of in a drunken haze the last few days.
I
I
think
thought
it's
the events was
Tuesday.
tonight.
Pretty sure
I don't know.
tomorrow.
It's
Has-
either
didn't the
tomorrow or
event so
Tuesday.
early?
I'll have to talk to. I'll have to talk to
Shouldn't,
Ravens.
wouldn't it be on the top of the Slack page?
He pinned it before. All right, let's get back on topic. We're going to talk about predictions of the. Do you want to do week 3 or should we do week 4?
Yeah.
Week 4.
Let's
Week
do
2
it
is
week
almost
4. I
over.
mean,
Alright. All right.
Wait. I just looked at the Andrew Luck on the Texans has 13 picks in 3 games. Good God. How do you have 13
Jeez.
picks in 3 games?
I mean,
He's 2
I would love to
touchdowns.
I'd love to talk shit on him, but
I'm
360
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
not
I'm
say
just saying. I just saw that. I had to put it out.
if anyone hears any shade coming their way and they want to bring their shade back, just message me and we can get you on the next
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, you better have thick skin or at least be able to defend yourself.
Yes. I do agree. All right, week 4. So we're doing Vikings at the Rams. I'm liking the Rams.
So I'm pull up this see so
I don't have any standings next week. Let me pull up. Oh, also I want to do another.
yeah. I'm gonna need some data. I don't know who either of these twos are, like username wise.
It's
Yeah, so if we when we announce the matchup, could you announce like some of the players on both teams?
I can. Let me see if I can pull up Daddy Leagues. Oh, that's not the right thing. Because
Because I'm not looking at anything.
I'm all playing. I'm on my
It's tough
computer.
like when we're a year or two into it, we'll have like an understanding of like
Yeah.
who we think's gonna win.
What's if that's if
Sorry,
we don't keep
guys.
changing players?
What was the matchup? Vikings against who?
The Rams.
Well, Rams beat Derek.
Shut up, Windows Defender. No one wants to talk to you.
I'm going Vikings on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm on Vikings side.
Do you have
Think so?
stats? I can't go either way until they have,
Let's see if he updated
Alright, I'll read some stats out.
Daddy
or
Leagues.
at least some records, or who've
Alright.
if it records.
Rams are 1-1.
Vikings hasn't played his week. Oh, he did play his week 1 game.
and
Oh, he
Vikings.
forfeited, or he didn't. Yeah, it looks like he
They're
forfeited.
both 1-1.
Because they played one
No,
time.
the other team forfeited. Bills forfeited. It says force win home, so Vikings
Yeah,
the
my
home
bad,
team.
Yeah. Oops, read that wrong. So it looks like he'll be 2-1.
All right, so
He's 2-1. What's the Rams guy?
1 and 2.
he's 1-2.
I'll go Vikings. I'm gonna go.
Vikings, yeah.
Also,
Their team's got Von Miller, Xavier Rhodes, Evan Ingram.
In the
I
future,
mean, the player sure on the team matters less than who's behind the controller.
yeah.
That's true, but just for like some content type of stuff. You got the Rams got Eric
Okay.
Berry, Earl Thomas, Zach Brown, Jason Verrett.
We're gonna have to do like a.
Who's the guy that drafted the two safeties right at the beginning of the game?
I'm gonna go
The
with
Ra-
the
I'm
Rams.
gonna
on
get-
that one.
I like the Rams.
Rams? I'm on Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
We're gonna have to do like a Fox Sports, like everyone has their bobblehead and then their record for the year of guesses. This week.
What's the
we are-
next
It's
matchup?
tough. It's tough to do the guess who wins this game at the
Because
beginning,
yeah.
especially for a new
Well,
league.
I can already tell you the next one. Jets Jaguars. Jaguars gonna win. So
What?
Oh yeah.
All right, well let's check it out. Let's take this seriously. We got Berg over here with his guy Brandon Cooks, Joey Bosa, Denzel Ward, Rosen, Ndamukong Suh. It's a pretty ass team. Not good at all.
Yeah, yeah, that dude's probably an ass.
Yeah,
Terrible.
he probably
ass.
sucks.
terrible. I mean, F minus. Come
He's
on.
probably never won a Madden game in his life.
Yeah. I mean, why are we even?
Yeah.
And then you got the Jags. I mean, come on.
They got AB, Tre'Davious White, Kareem Hunt, PJ Watt, and Adam.
Kareem the Dream. How can you go against that?
Well, as of Daddy Leagues, it says he's got 22 rushes, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's not bad.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I don't. Let me go back to
Josh Rosen should go up overall after this game. Honestly.
Josh Rosen.
So everyone's going Jets in this one?
Yes.
I'm
Derek
going
might be
Jags.
sleeping on him.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't played. I shanked a field goal from the 7-yard line, so that's about
I've missed like
going for me.
I've missed at least 4
So-
points so far.
So who the hell knows how this game is gonna go? We're banking on Brandon Cooks torching.
the Jags do the same play over and over, I'm sure you'll figure it out how to stop it.
99% of the time.
We got
I
another
can't lie,
matchup.
his name's also Steelers, and I'm a Steelers fan, so I kind of feel like I gotta side with him.
You rocking the Jets as a Steelers fan right now? What's wrong with you?
What do you mean, what's wrong with me? You think the Jets are a threat to the Steelers?
Hey, it's my team, all right? Talking about gangrene over here.
Yeah, your guys' your most decorated quarterback in the last 5 years ran into his own O-line's ass and fumbled and went
Listen,
to
dude, we've
the
had
end
some
zone for a pick-
dark times.
for the butt fumble.
We've had some dark times over here, but things are looking up. We got King Darnold. So
King
best
Darnold.
believe.
I already put the crown on his head.
We'll say
right.
I also hate Sam Darnold, so.
What?
Is he great?
Yeah,
I think-
Alright,
went to
listen,
Penn State,
I'm a-
he torched
I'm a
us in the Rose Bowl.
I'm a diehard Patriot fan, and I'm a USC fan, so it's kind of hard for me. I like.
Wait, so you're a Patriots
you know,
USC fan?
Yes.
So
Oh,
which
wow.
bandwagon are you gonna jump on next?
Well,
Yeah,
you
come
talking
over
about
to gangrene,
bandwagon?
bro.
Like
We'll take
every
you.
since I started watching football, those are the two teams I liked right there.
Is
You
that
picked the
the
dudes.
dude?
You picked the two teams that are
Hard not to
literally the
respect the
opposite.
Patriots.
What?
What's he?
You picked the teams that are the absolute opposite corners of the country.
I mean, I'm in the
That's
same
that's
boat.
bandwagon if I've
I'm,
ever seen
I'm
it.
in the same boat as him, though.
Look though. All right, so I lived in Florida, right? All the Patriots games showed on the East Coast. I was watching the Patriots for a while. I didn't like the Dolphins. Fuck the Dolphins. I was a
Yeah,
Patriot
yes.
fan. And
What
then I
about
moved
Tampa
to
Bay?
California. And they suck. And then I moved to California, so it was only right that I was already a USC fan, so everything worked out. So I was
But
a
you were
USC fan,
already a
Patriot fan.
USC fan.
So, what's
You
your-
were on the
what's your
bandwagon
opinion-
before you moved there.
It wasn't a
What's your-
bandwagon though.
What's your opinion on Darnold? Huh? You think he's gonna beat the Patriots twice this year?
He's not gonna
No.
beat the Patriots. Not even once.
I hope he does.
Not even once. All right, I like that.
Is he even gonna
See.
play this year?
I mean,
Darnold's the start, baby. Come on, just watch.
obviously I'm an Eagles fan, and I'm a huge Ohio State fan. So watching Zeke go to the boys, it was so hard.
Oof. Well, let's see if Jerry will fork out the wallet and pay him soon.
And he didn't pay Dez. He did, but then
True.
didn't want to keep
Absolutely.
Dez.
Are we going back? All right, back through week 4. Back
Yeah.
through week
All right.
four?
Yeah. All right.
back to week 4.
Dolphins, Patriots.
Don't know either of these two, so it's.
Well, one of the dudes
Got
are
you.
in here, so
Dolphins is Dolphins has got Russell Wilson, Devontae David, Cameron Jordan.
Actually, no, I did
JT
play
Hayward,
Dolphins.
and Melvin
actually,
Gordon.
so. Dolphins. What's your O-line situation, Patriots?
It's pretty good. It's okay.
Pretty good.
You know,
Okay, what's your like? Because I know Dolphins been being he mauled my O-line. So like
He beat you. He
I'm
beat you
thinking-
10-0.
Damn, he shut you up.
yeah, I
Uh-oh.
shanked 2 field goals that game. It was
Let's see,
and threw
you
a pick in
had-
the red zone. It was great.
Good, 170 yards total.
Yeah, it wasn't a great game.
well, my game is
But,
fucking glitched out. Wow.
Well, that's not true actually. That's wrong.
I don't know.
What's Dolphins' record? Out of curiosity.
Dolphins is 1-2.
1-2, really? Oh damn, I'm his only win. That's not looking good for me. I'm 1-2, and I've been a guy's only win.
He only
Oh,
put
man.
up 3 points in his other 2 games.
That's what I was saying, dude. The Raiders' defense is solid.
Hmm.
I don't know how that had
Never
anything
even
to do
heard
with
of
the
that guy.
Raiders.
I mean, he put up 3 points against a really good defense. You put up no points against his okay defense.
Yeah, because I fucking shanked a field goal from the 7-yard line, and then from like the 20-yard line.
Got get yourself a new kicker, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get someone. We gotta get someone behind the controller who knows how to kick a damn field goal.
Hey, I'm just glad my game doesn't lag, so I can make field goals this year. So
I'm
am I
going with the
fucking not.
Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. Patriots.
So we got Patriots' top 5 players. They are.
Again, hate to say it, I will go with the Patriots. Haven't.
I don't
they're
think-
still 3-0, right?
I don't think you need to do top 5. I mean, you can.
Is it? Or is he? He's connecting right now, so he's bouncing. Is he 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patriots are 3-0.
Gotta go with the Patriots. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the third team in my division this year.
Yo, Wentz could win MVP this year at this current pace.
Should have won it last year.
11 touchdowns already.
Dude, Oh, here we
Still
go.
salty.
J Soil. It's DT to SOMF. Was he the Cowboys for the end of the year last year?
The Titans.
Yeah. For a
No,
very
no,
short time.
Jace.
Then he switched to the Panthers, then he left the league.
So, okay,
See,
for the
maybe.
because I played the I think I played him in SOMF. I'm going CT.
Oh,
100%.
we're already on the next week. Next week, dang, I'm slow.
We're talking about the league now. That's the part of the podcast.
Shit.
we're in.
Yeah, come on. I'm sorry. I'm slacking.
Get it together, CT.
What am I thinking?
Well, what's the next matchup?
It's Titans, Eagles.
Titans,
It's probably the
Eagles,
game of the week.
Ooh, game of the week. Talking it up.
Probably
Is
is
it?
the game of the week, to be honest.
We're both 3-0. Well, I'm gonna get the sim win over the Colts, so he can't play.
We'll skip
All
over
Titans?
that.
Titans' top guys are Roquan Smith, Pat Pete, Justin Houston, Kevin Byard, and Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, Justin Houston. He was great for the Giants last year.
Really gotta get on my game. Oh. Hang on, movie.
It's the Eagles' top players.
My top players.
Eagles' top players.
Okay, you go ahead, Jay. I'm inviting Moby back.
I got you. Eagles got Bobby Wagner, Michael Thomas, Miles Jack, Derrick Henry, and Matt Stafford.
Ted Ginn.
Ted Ginn, come on. Don't forget Ted Ginn.
Ted Ginn too. Sorry.
95 overall.
Oh, weren't we just talking about how we were submitting like these different position changes, and like you can't be switching people from like safety to
Yes,
D line
that
or
is the
something
new
like that?
rule.
Alright, let's talk about that for a bit, actually.
Dude, Ted Ginn at a
I've
95,
heard-
that's like crazy.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Oh, I thought we were going the XP route with the
We
new
are.
XP roll.
We're
With,
gonna do that now. We could disregard the schedule unless you want to finish the schedule and then talk about that.
This is more important. I think
Yeah, I agree.
personally, I was in my fantasy draft, so I wasn't really paying attention for the last 2 days. But the people that are going from like people that are receivers sending them to the O line, that's bullshit, in my opinion. Like it's a not sim league, but like going from receiver to running back type of things is understandable, but not sending a player to be an O line if you're training that this week, and then sending them back to their position is bullshit.
That's why I don't know what we voted on, what the league collectively voted on, but if it's the 3-week rule where you have to stay at the position for the 3 weeks, or it's only change the position outside the position group till the off season, so it's the whole year.
I like the 3 weeks thing. I mean, first
Do you? But the second option, so you could change it at the off season. It works like trades. So when there's an you just send all 5 commissioners hey, I'm going to switch Bobby Wagner to strong safety. Am I allowed to do that because my strong safety has a torn ACL? Like, am I allowed to do that? And obviously, we can vote and say yes, you can. So that kind of eliminates the.
And I feel like it's a very laissez-faire type of commissioner group.
Yeah,
Like as long as it's not like a bunch of bullshit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Besides Derek, he's the stickler.
Thought it was interesting that the 2 commissioners were the ones that tried to pull that bullshit with the XP system.
Yeah, the XP.
Come on.
Dude, like come on, like.
If everyone did it, I had to
But
do
we're
it
not
too.
we're not trying to do the whole switch everybody to a receiver every single week
I
to
did
get
not
their
do
XP
that.
to the max.
That
No, that's Callie Kane.
Well, see,
Kelly
so
and,
he was. I did it
man.
too. I did.
Oh,
I
fuck.
switched my.
Oh, fuck you for doing that.
Look at this
CG.
corruption.
Yeah, really. We were so
I'm
laissez-faire,
thinking, like-
laissez-faire. Now we're corrupted.
I'm thinking you should get the
I mean-
as the from the commissioner board.
Hey, now there's a rule. There's a rule.
I'd gladly replace him.
Oh crap!
Oh man. Show some respect
This is
for the
Madden, not
podcast
chess.
creator.
Yeah, we could be gone. You could be gone here in an instant, buddy. I'll teach you some chess and checkers.
Just eliminate the competition, right?
Out of here.
Call it what you want, bro.
I feel like just sitting here at the screen. All right, so anyone else have any discussion about the XP change?
Now I want to get back to these predictions. I feel like we're having a good time with those.
Back to the predictions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta finish those
I don't-
out.
What did,
Yeah, I feel
what
like
did it say
definitely
about
for the
that?
future podcast. I feel like for the future podcast, especially once the league gets rolling, predictions for like who's gonna win is gonna be great because everyone will have like a feel for everybody, like how good they are, how good their team is, how they're doing in the season, type of thing.
I agree.
Come like season
But I think,
2 would be a lot
I j-
easier.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I think a general bullshitting thing was a good way to start the podcasting season.
That's pretty much how. I mean, I was just concerned of having enough content and making sure we could do it all, and then we have a lot we could talk about. It actually done bullshit
at
the
the
whole
beginning
time.
of the season, you have so much stuff to talk about. It's the middle of the season.
There's a
and
lot
it's like
of-
year 2 or year 3 that you have to.
A lot of personalities on this podcast.
Agreed.
It's interesting. So who's everyone picking for this Eagles Titan team?
I think they said. I mean,
I'm
my
going
my
Eagles.
opinion is
I'm going
biased. So.
JT. Or I'm going
Eagles.
CT. Eagles, 100%. Sorry, J. I don't even know how do you say his name. J. Soel.
Call him Jared.
Jared. I see your friend too.
Jared.
Who are you picking?
Yeah. Man, I'm kind of torn on that one. But
Don't
I
be
like-
nice to
I
me.
like the Titans. I
Yeah,
like
there
the
you go.
Titans, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eagles though.
Gotta live up to the expectation. All right. Texans Colts.
Texans Colts.
We'll see who the users are for those before.
Colts.
TJ N8 and Mr.
Texans
Is
are
ATM.
gonna
Mr.
go in
ATM still?
16.
Is he still fixing his internet?
He should be back. He should be back.
If he's
Actually,
back,
you
I'm
know
going
what?
Colts. If
You
he's
know
not,
what?
I'm picking Texans.
Yeah, he should be back, but if he's
That's
not,
real
then yeah, it's gonna have to be the
I
Texans.
don't like the Colts offense and who they're running out there, so I'm going Texans regardless.
Ooh.
Well,
That's
Colts
real
have
Bills
a
back.
good
Bills-
defense.
All right, we want to move on. Are we saying Texans?
Bills Packers.
All right, Bills
Yeah, I'll go
Packers.
Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
Mattis Hubby
I don't
21 versus the Alex,
Packers,
the man himself.
Was Unreal in the SLMF? I felt like
Yes.
I recognize that name.
He
Who
was
was
Can
the
you repeat that
Panthers.
matchup?
Bills Packers.
Bills Packers.
Who was he in the other
I'm
league?
going Packers.
He was the
I'll go with
Panthers.
my boy Alex.
Boy
Come on,
Alex.
Bills.
Honestly,
Let's take a look at the
I don't
team.
have a strong opinion on this. I'm not gonna pick a. I'm gonna opt out of this vote.
I'm going Alex.
Yo, fun fact about the Bills: after week 2, Cam Newton had more rushing yards than David Johnson.
Fun fact.
I'm gonna go Packers just off of that fact.
Yeah, let's go Packers, dude.
That's not a good stat. When you have the
Hey,
best
the
running back in
Bills
Madden.
probably have the best rookie duo in the league, though. They got DJ Moore and Calvin Ridley at wide receiver.
Damn Booth.
That's true.
Wow.
It's gonna do good in the next couple
I don't know who
years.
the Packers played, but they've only scored 3 points all year, so I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Best DJ or best rookie duo. I'm trying to think.
I think Alex is.
Cause I got Denzel Ward. I'm trying to think of whoever.
We have an
the
update on that
second
Redskins.
best rookie on my.
Redskins Packers game. Get an update. Oh, it's
Oh, the
over.
95
Redskins.
speed game.
I mean, the
Redskins
Bills
won
let
33,
Al
Packers
Lauretta-
13.
Nice.
I take back my
Loco.
prediction for the Packers. I go for the Bills.
The Bills
Yeah,
let
that's
Al
what it was.
Lauretta shred them for 359 and 5 touchdowns though.
5 touchdowns. 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 5 touc
And Gurley shredded them on the ground, 167 and 2 touchdowns.
Damn.
Yeah, I might have to change the
So-
Packers
Bills
defense
too.
isn't all that good.
All right,
The
so we're
Packers
saying
haven't scored a
Bills.
touchdown.
I think we're half Bills, half
should-
Packers.
Yeah, it's
I'm
split
going.
on that
I'm
one.
going.
Alright,
Yeah.
we don't get back. I mean, I missed where we're at. No week 4.
We're at Lions Cowboys. New Lions guy
Cowboys.
against.
Cowboys 100%.
No,
Screw
I'm going.
the
I'm
old
going
Lions guy. That
going
that
Li-
old
I'm
Lions
going
guy
new
can
Lions
get
guy.
past sand.
I'm going
New Lions guy. That
What
guy
did
was
it-
New Lions
Lions
got
guy.
a
trash.
game.
What did he? Who did he
That's a
play?
good game.
He played
Who he
me.
playing?
He played me. So
Yeah, what was the score?
it was 21-18.
Okay, so
Ooh.
something. A couple of your Power Rocket money plays where you hit a couple players.
That is so funny.
No, he
Alright,
didn't. No,
who'd the
literally-
Cowboys play?
Let's
I had
see.
three-
Cowboys.
I played the Cowboys.
beat-
I beat the Cowboys 40-3. So
Wait, which team was this?
the Giants.
I'm Giants.
But
Okay.
that
I beat
was
the
week
Cowboys.
2.
I'm going with the Lions.
I got the Lions.
I'm going Lions.
Also, I'm still good Lions. I'll say
The Cowboys has either Blake
Patriots
Bortles
have
or Mark
done pretty-
Sanchez.
he was playing chess while everyone was playing checkers, but the guy was pretty competitive, I guess, with him.
He,
So
yeah,
that's how I'm going.
he kept the ball out of my hand. That's what he did. So
So I'll
He
give
likes
him.
to-
I'll give
We'll
him.
go Cowboys.
I mean, I'm rooting for the Lions
Cowboys has-
just because I don't want the
Well, like-
Cowboys to ever win a game ever because I hate the
Sorry.
Cowboys. But let's just go with the Lions. Ooh, wrong week.
Alright, so we're down to what? The Bucks Bears.
All right, come on, Bucks
Bears.
Bears.
Bears by
Trade-
50.
Trade to 8.
No, bro, I gotta give love to my
Next.
boy Dustin.
Oh,
He's got it. Bucks got
Bears
it.
by 50.
all I know
Okay.
is Trey better
Bro,
join the
Tommy,
podcast.
come on.
I told you I was
Like,
trying to
next
talk to him
Next week,
yesterday.
he better join the podcast.
I'll see if I can get him on. I'll work on him.
If he wants to talk shit, like start talking shit in like at least
See-
it's not quite in person, but in
Yeah,
his
put-
voice.
But
yeah, put
like
your voice behind those words.
Yeah,
all he
if Dustin
did.
beats the Bears,
all-
I'll drop Mayfield.
I think I'll
I
drop.
will,
crazy.
I will
think
say
I dropped-
though,
I think
the,
I'll drop
the Bears,
Bobby.
the Bears have been able to back up their smack talk. They're 3-0.
He beat Derek last
Oh,
Who they
night.
beat?
He beat Derek last night. I watched that game on stream.
They're 7-3. Who knows what he's up to this
But
year?
you look at Derek's record, like each game, and it's been kind of close. I mean, he didn't get robbed out of the win yesterday, but he was making good plays.
No.
He just got
Yo,
outplayed.
click that
No,
box score.
Derek's a solid player. He's a solid player. Then he won 15. He won 15-1 one season.
See,
One
look,
of the years in the last league.
Derek's defense last year was insane.
all right.
It wasn't even fair.
Well, it was like Cardinals week 2.
I thought it,
Week 2, he played the Rams and lost 17-20. Okay, 3 points. And then he played Loco week 1, the Redskins, and he lost 26-21. And he played Trey
Those
this
games were
week
close.
and lost 23-17. 23-17. So it's all one-score game. So
I'd be so frustrated. Honestly, if I was in this position, assuming the games are close the whole time and lose by 1 score all 3
all 3
weeks.
weeks. Yep. All right, so we're gonna say Bears against the Bucks.
No, I'm sticking with the Bucks.
Sticking with the Bucks.
Got
Okay.
it right.
Oh my god,
gotta
Jay.
get my guy. Gotta get my guy at that W.
All right, and now we're doing Bengals Falcons.
Uh,
Holy
Bengals.
chip bag.
All right, so I played both these guys, so I understand how they both play. Bengals, I was beating Bengals, and I wasn't beating Falcons, so I gotta go with Falcons.
I
Go
don't pl-
Falcons.
I gotta-
I don't know enough about either of them to.
I
to
played
make
Falcons
a-
2 weeks ago,
I
and
got
Bengals
Falcons.
last week.
I played
I
Falcons
think you guys
week
are
1.
sleeping on the Bengals.
I played Falcons week
Go
1.
on
I beat him
Bengals.
44-9. So
Wait, who'd you
Well,
beat 44-9?
the
Beat the
Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm going Bengals. I'm switching over. I'm sorry, you don't lose 44-9. When did you play him while he was intoxicated?
Maybe.
I'm
Alright,
going
I gotta
Falcons,
get Bengals.
man.
I
I'm
gotta
going
Bengals.
Falcons.
Chances you lose
Yeah, I'm
Tom
going-
44-9.
that offense, that
are
Falcons
not-
offense looks good though. Even with
Yeah, I'm
Brady,
going Falcons.
even with
I'm
Brady.
going
No,
Tom
you-
Brady.
it's hard to lose
Falcons.
44-9 unless you're drunk as shit.
All right,
Did you see Loco's
next week.
picture in the group? Aaron
Nah,
Rodgers had
Oh,
196, 196, 2 touchdowns, 80 long, 9 completions, have 10 attempts.
Cool. So he
Maybe.
picked the game manager first overall.
a lot of shade coming your way,
That's a-
Loco. If you're
With
watching,
how Loco plays, that's like an absolutely fucking terrible pick. I'm sorry, I'm gonna jump the F-bomb in this. Loco, I mean, he has great run game. Playing fucking Aaron Rodgers first overall. Like I can see like Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson. But he
shade,
played
Loco.
mean. He went to the Super Bowl with Deshaun. I think it was with Deshaun Kaiser or something like that. That he's good at running the ball, but like having a quarterback does not impact his offense even a little bit.
Well, it's a different game this year.
yeah.
I mean, he new game this year, but he still only threw the ball 10 times with Aaron Rodgers last game. That's
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Loco. That's not a real impressive picture.
Shots
that
your
probably
way,
makes your
Loco.
coach be like, you're more of an ass for picking Aaron Rodgers at the first overall pick.
All right.
If you
Enough,
only have 10
enough shade on Loco. All right, moving on.
He's not
Seahawks.
even in here.
I know.
What his voice sounds like.
We'll get him on here. Hopefully, I'll talk to him.
Oh, we are 100% getting him on here. All right, so the
Just not with Derek.
Seahawks Cardinals.
Um,
Yeah, no,
not-
Derek.
Derek,
James
100%.
Bong versus Derek.
James
I'm going Cards.
Bong is
Oh,
one
no.
of
There's
our
a bitch.
friends, so I'm sorry, James,
I
but
got Cardinals.
I want your first round pick because I want the first pick. So Cardinals,
I'm going Derek with the Cards. Cards over the
first
Seahawks.
win of the season. I agree. Sorry,
Yeah,
going
I'm
forward.
gonna go with Derek.
I got Cardinals.
Easy pick. Easy
All right,
Yeah, I
offensive
thought this was
line.
probably the easiest pick so far.
Agreed.
No insult
this-
to you, maybe a little
This
insult
next
to
game's
you.
gonna be
James
a good
Bond.
game. Browns Raiders.
Yes, offensive
I think
line.
it's gonna be a good game.
I think the Raiders doing
it's
pretty
weird.
good.
Browns are 2-1.
What are the Raiders? What's the Raiders deal? I don't know, cause the Browns were once I got even I have a shitty linebacking core block wise, but like once I started moving everyone in the box, I really was able to stop the offense. Not
Well,
quite
the
stop the
Raiders-
offense. I think he wasn't able to move the ball, or he was able to move the ball but not quite score a touchdown. When you have a run first
Myriad.
offense, you need to be able to do 8 yards every carry if you're not able to pass the ball. Type of thing.
Raiders have only allowed 13 points through 3 weeks.
I got Raiders. I got Raiders in this.
I'm
Dude,
going
it's-
with the Browns.
I got Raiders. I got Raiders.
I'm
I
going
got-
with the
I
O
don't think-
line.
Honestly,
Browns.
I don't. It's tough. I
I'm
think
going Browns.
have
bro.
probably the worst block shedding linebackers in the league. And after the first half, I was able to. I don't want to say shut down. I think he scored a touchdown in the second half, but not able to consistently move the ball.
Yeah.
Or it was able to move the ball, but not. When you move, you have to be able to move the ball like an entire drive while running it. And that's too hard to sustain. I think against like a defense as good as the Raiders.
I see that. All right, so we're split.
So we got
Having a 90% run the ball offense, especially in this Madden, you're gonna fuck up at some point. At least in my
Yeah.
opinion.
All right, big game. Saints Giants.
Giants.
Saints, 100%. I'm taking Saints.
Let's
7
be a
days.
little
I don't-
realistic here, right? Titans suck.
Yeah.
Tommy,
I'm
have
sorry,
you lost
Giants,
a game yet?
but
Are you
no, he
3
hasn't.
0?
He's 3-0. Oh, he's 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it for 8 days of the week.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
gonna lie.
Challenger.
I've probably played two. I've definitely played the two worst teams in the league, and then the Cowboys has got to be up there too, considering I ran the ball 45 times. So I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna lose. I'm just saying my stats might be a little skewed because I've played kids that like have one eye or something, in one hand.
I will say, Undead was the only person I felt that I was outplayed.
Oh my god, he
Like,
whipped my
actually
ass every
outplayed by
time.
last Madden in the 4 years of last league.
I mean, I just wish I
Like,
had
Callie Kane
95
was-
speed
he had
wide
his-
linebacker.
He had his cheesy one blitz, but he was the other person who was pretty good. He won more than I did. Him and Loco. No, Loco was also pretty good. I'll say Loco's pretty good. Like outside of that, like so Undead was definitely tiers above everyone else. So,
All right, so are we split with the Saints Giants? I mean,
No, let's be a little realistic. I got Saints.
yeah, I'm sorry,
Sorry,
Challenger.
Giants.
Yeah, we need some consequence for these picks, so we're not just saying whatever.
I was
can't-
some reasoning behind everything.
All right, 49ers Chargers. Callie Kane versus Embrace the Irish.
Is Chargers good? What's his record?
I think he.
Chargers might be
2-1.
listening to this, by the way.
Yes,
So-
Chargers
Chargers
in the
is
chat.
fine.
2-1. 2-1. Sorry. He lost to the Chiefs
what's
0-24.
What's
then he-
Niners at right now?
Is he 2-1 as
Record.
well?
Niners is.
Niners.
He's 3-0.
I'm going
I'm not gonna go
Niners.
Cali. I'm gonna go
Niners
Cali
is
Kane.
3-0. I'm going.
Callie's only
Niners.
let 9 points through 3
Sure.
weeks. That's crazy.
And Chargers is off to a good start, but
What's the
I
Chargers
think
at?
Callie Kane is still a
Oh, I
better
think
player.
we're gonna have a good last game to talk about the Chiefs Broncos. But no,
So
Niners Chargers. I'm going Cali.
I think I
Yeah,
have to
I
go
got
Cali.
He's
I got
fucked me up.
Niners.
He's
I'm-
bounced me from the playoffs twice last year.
All right, well look at this. Check
Sorry,
this out.
Chargers.
Callie beat the Chiefs 24-0, and the Chargers lost to the Chiefs by 0-24.
Well, that says it all right there.
That's it.
Well, Cali, yeah. He's tough.
Cali's
He's
really good.
a good user.
All right,
Yeah,
Sunday Night Football. Ravens Steelers.
Ravens. Hundo. Ravens not
Really?
even close for me.
What's Steelers'
I'm
record?
s-
He's 2-1.
They don't even have to look. I don't even.
He's 2-1.
Cause that's what they
Those
do.
are-
He's-
But if he can break Lamar Jackson's leg, he's got a chance. Because I don't think
Up the sliders,
Joshua
maybe.
Dobbs can lead the Ravens.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna have to up those.
Give him a
I'm
solid
good, right?
I'm not
plus.
betting
Not-
on Lamar getting hurt, so I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
agreed. I have to go with the Ravens as
Yeah, I
well.
got Ravens.
It's something against the Steelers. I just know from how I've played against the Ravens guy. He's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah, we got
he's
Ravens.
just being good as much as it's just Lamar
No, I-
Jackson just unreal
No.
stuff.
He's pretty good. I haven't beat him yet.
He
at all.
he
Yeah,
completed
it's both.
three
Yeah.
pass. He
He
completed
beat me
three
last year when I had the
passes.
super squad.
he completed 3 passes and won 36-14 versus the Broncos. 3 passes completed.
All right.
Chiefs
did he run for?
Broncos. Oh, okay. Keep
He
going.
ran for 100.
This is a tough one,
with
man.
Lamar
This-
Jackson.
What's the thought? Tank
How many
Dell
rushes?
is the guy. Yeah, that's something the Broncos usually thought's like pretty good.
Dude, Lamar ran it 15 times.
What was the next matchup?
Oh, it's Chiefs
Chiefs
Broncos.
Broncos. Eat your sandwich. He won a Super Bowl.
He beat
And
me in the
SOMF.
Super Bowl.
Eat your sandwich was in the league last year, right? What team was
Yes, it was the Rams.
The Rams.
Rams.
He had like his
it? Rams.
the one season he won the Super Bowl. Then also he's the toughest team to rate because he won a Super Bowl then missed the playoffs the year after that.
Yeah. Yeah, what's happening? Eat your sandwich. We want to know.
We want to know.
He's really
like
quiet.
the
I mean,
system.
haven't heard from him in chat in a while.
He talked to me
Yeah, like,
earlier because he wanted to listen to the podcast, but he asked if he could like download it or listen to it later, and I said yeah. So
Oh, right. I
also,
remember
I am gonna work out to see if I can put it on the Google Drive because I think we have one in the league somewhere. So the podcast
yeah,
should be there.
just put it some. Yeah. Just put.
Upload
Yeah,
it to
put it.
YouTube.
Put it.
Yes, that's another thing.
Also, all right. Let's talk about the game though right now because this is a good game because I thought Broncos guy, the user behind it was like pretty solid too.
Yeah, and
Well,
they.
I'm
have
gonna-
let's see,
Benji.
Broncos.
I'm,
Let's check out
let me
their
sit.
team.
Let me sit. Yeah,
Yeah, look.
I'm this.
Broncos is 1-2. Their top 5 best players are Jalen Ramsey, Jordan Reed, Grant Linder, Trey Flowers, C.J. Mosley. They have
Derek
And they
Barkley.
got Derek,
Derek
Carr. and
Carr.
Barkley.
Mike Wallace. Put Mike Wallace at running back. He'll be like a 98.
I'm going Chiefs. You gotta get rings. I'm going the rings route. Oh
Aaron
man,
Donald, Telvin Smith, Jordan Pryor, Joe Patino, Stephen Tuitt, Donald Penn, Lamar Miller, Robbie Gold, Bradley Ruby, the
You got
Ohio State.
Dak.
Dak is
I don't
hurt,
know
yep.
which Chiefs is gonna show up, so I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Ooh, shade
I'm
your
gonna go
waves
Broncos.
for Sandwich. Watch out.
But don't worry, guys. The Panthers are gonna get their first non-loss of the week, of any of the weeks. So I'm gonna pick the Panthers.
I would have to agree because it's hard to lose against yourself sitting on the couch.
Hey, it's done. It's been done before. So I'm gonna take the Panthers in week 4, give them a nice little day off, and then come back and smack the Giants.
So
Oh, there you go.
how we do the podcast, it's probably going to be every week. Like, this is Sunday night. Maybe do it Saturday night. We'll see. We'll look at schedules. But I'm going to do a little preview for week 5. I'm looking at it. I do see Loco
can we throw it
Redskins.
out there? Do you see Saturday night?
Saturday night or
That's
Sunday.
a bad idea.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's
Sunday,
probably a bad
dude,
idea.
Sunday. Dude, Saturday night. Most of the people in the league are probably like young 20s
You're
or
boozing.
Yeah.
if you're
Party
out
night.
for a Sunday night. Go do Sunday. I think it's Sunday. It's a football, and also it's football. Got going on.
College football's coming back soon, so that's gonna be
Yeah,
pretty
college
much
football will
occupying
be
a lot
back
of my
next
time.
weekend.
Okay, this doesn't change the
College
fact that
football
people
is
are going
back
to be going
next
out to the
weekend.
bars on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Yep, bars, college
agree.
football. We
So I
should
think
do
Sunday
this-
Sunday nights. Dude, Sundays.
I don't got class on Monday, so I'm fine with it.
All right, so look towards week 5. Just a little glimpse in the future. We got Redskins versus Saints, Monday Night Football. So that should be a pretty good game.
So, yeah.
I got them the week
Alright.
after you, Tommy, so I'm gonna need some tips.
Then we got Callie Kane versus Derek, 49ers, Cardinals. Should be a pretty good
Yeah, I don't
game.
think Derek stands a chance. I don't think Derek stands a chance.
We got Giants versus Panthers. So
Absolutely. Come on, guys. Let's be a little real here. Panthers are gonna get their W. Come on.
I will say I would totally be down to have like a more condensed podcast. I think for the next one, and then like
Yeah.
bullshit after it.
I
Like have a
agree.
very directed podcast. Then at the tail end of it, like bullshit. Whoever wants
Yeah,
to
just
listen to it
have
at
like
that point. Yeah.
like your topics ready and questions and
Yeah.
Oh,
already
I had
Yeah,
topics
we're-
ready.
we're figuring-
and it just
Chris
went to
figuring
shit
them out.
like right away.
It's just like
But yeah,
when you
no.
start talking about something and then something else comes up, you kind of
It-
stray away from.
Yes, that's
Once
the issue.
we'll just be targeted. We'll everybody just we'll get a condensed effort to be targeted towards keeping everything on topic.
Yeah.
Might go off tangent at some points, but
I mean, this is also the
that's
first
what the nature of it.
podcast I've
It was
ever
the first
done.
podcast. Yeah, this was.
and
I
I don't
think
know
it was
about
a
you
good. I think it
guys.
was a good first. I think it was a good first podcast.
I think this is
We
actually.
found out we have an active league.
I know.
I think we're all pretty active.
I want
Yeah.
another reason I want to do this podcast because it brings like attraction and keeps the league like
It's more fun when you have extracurriculars.
yeah.
type of
I mean,
things.
and I want people to
Very
stay in the
entertaining.
league. I want people to stay and
Yeah.
enjoy
That's-
themselves.
That's the thing is the one other league I'm in. Like we do, there's a podcast, and like that's a huge thing. Like it's hilarious. Like we're just every couple of weeks, just like making fun of other teams and because like you've known these people for like the last few years type of thing, which is what would happen if you
Yeah,
start to have a league for a couple of years.
definitely.
I don't know
So
if that made sense at all. I've had a couple
No.
beers. I'm not
hey,
gonna lie.
you're fine. But if there's anyone rewatching the stream has any ideas, they could definitely send me a message. Take it in consideration. And if you guys have any ideas, definitely take it in consideration. I think this went really well, above my expectation. So
I had a good time.
awesome. Glad to hear.
You've had a podcast that went for 2 hours.
Yeah, man, I was
By any-
scratching
yeah.
for
By
30
any
minutes.
metric, that's a great. That's a great.
Damn near 3 hours.
Yeah, really. I'm like,
And we started at the end. We were like, "Shit, let's talk about actual content." Thing.
it went like full circle.
I think
In the beginning, we were actually like trying to do what we can with Derek, me and Tommy. We're doing pretty good, and then we got once. I think once we got after Moby. Oh, I'm sorry, King Moby. After Chess and Checkers came in, we kind of. You got to change your name to that now. Anyway, we kind of lost it a little bit, and then everyone came in, went on topic, went off topic,
Yeah.
and then went full circle. So
Yeah. No, I think
Well-
just in the future, let's have focus podcast and bullshit after that. But
yes,
start off with the focus podcast.
agreed.
I see you named your character Yaya Torre.
Man City, baby.
Eagles. Interesting. I'm a rather large Liverpool fan, so looks like I already hate you.
At least you didn't say Man United, so
Yeah, we can all agree they suck ass. They're garbage.
they are.
Losing to Brighton, that was incredible.
At least you're not an Arsenal fan. Sorry, getting off topic. Look, getting off topic, talking about football.
That's the good stuff right there, dude.
Anyway,
We talk about that all day.
could.
Can we just talk about how just Jerry 0-3 right now?
Who's that? Oh, hang on. I
Listen,
won't.
dude.
Oh,
Told you,
God.
it was a bad start.
At the this is actually good. I'm gonna end the
I like
podcast
to talk
after
shit at you
this.
because I'm 1-2, so I have exactly one win. I'm exactly one win ahead of you.
Well, you're gonna be like 1-3 at the end of this week, all right? So I don't want to hear it.
Dude, I'm playing the
Ooh.
Jaguars. I am sorry. if I
Shade
lose this
coming your
week.
way.
Shout out Jaguars.
If you
Also,
lose that
we're-
game, I don't know what to say. If you lose that game,
Dude, I've just not been. I've not been on this Madden, or not on. I don't think "not on" is the right word to use, but like, I haven't got my game plan down. I think on offense, I'm solid on defense, but offense is a fucking clusterfuck right now. We're trying to figure shit out.
well, if you need some tips, you know where to go, man. Come to the chess playing guy.
Yeah.
I know
play some chess and
YouTube.com.
checkers. YouTube. Tyler Lockett money plays.
The King Mamba Boy Tyler Lockett money plays. I'm about to search it on YouTube right now.
All right, so
No,
I want to
I don't- I
end the
don't- I don't-
podcast in
I
a
really-
way. Oh, go ahead.
You can end the podcast. I mean, I'm okay with being in the. I'm about to stream get my other league.
All right.
I'm waiting for my.
So it's been fun, guys. I want to end it with the curiosity of why Uncle Jerry is the name of the league. It's quite funny that throw
I actually did not know why that.
well, Uncle Jerry's a fucking great guy. He is Throw Up Better's uncle, and I don't know how many years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, we're all chilling at the pool, and we're talking about sports, and I don't remember what sport, probably football. I don't know. We're just bullshitting, and we talked about having a pool podcast about sports, and we joked around about the name. So that's kind of why the idea of a podcast came up, and how Uncle Jerry is the name of the league. Just almost like Derek's story about what's Katie, whatever SOMF. I don't remember the girl's name of why it was set
Kate
on
Up.
my face. Kate Upton, that's what it was.
I assumed it was just like we were in I honestly thought they were in middle school when they first started the league, and it was like set on my face. It was a big thing at that point. That's why it was SOMF.
Or or Jizz or one of them. All right. Anyway, so that's gonna conclude the podcast. So anybody rewatching
It's
it or
been
still
fun.
here, it's been awesome. You guys
I
can
look
stay in the
forward to talking to
party.
you guys next.
I'm just gonna cancel the stream, so you can still stay here. But anyway, awesome. Thanks for screaming in the background, whoever did that. Ooh, that sounded like that
That
hurt.
was my brother.
Silly brother. All right, thank you everybody. I'll upload it sometime soon, hopefully.
If somebody actually watches the full